Hi, everybody. Good evening. Happy Friday. We made it through the week. We are here. Graham, thank you for the sub. If you're still here in chat, I know that you're going to be playing some D&D a little bit later. Um, but thank you very much for the most recent sub. Hello, Dan. Hi. Sorry, no God of War tonight. It's been a week, and to be honest, I just didn't feel like moving my whole setup into the living room so I could stream from the PS4, is really the long and short of it. So, I don't know, I've never done this before. We'll see how it goes. It might be desperately boring. And if that is the case, well, then it won't last long, and we'll be back on Tuesday with Dragon Age. But I don't know. I like spending time with all of you. So we'll see who shows up. We'll see how the convo goes. Yeah, well, that's sort of what, and the God of War stream is still new, so I told Sam, I sort of said, I feel bad because this is now a thing that I do and it's on the regular, it's on the schedule. He was like, call in sick. I said, well, I need to not do it, but we'll have a little something. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll chat about whatever. I'm gonna sort of click around also and experiment with things in OBS and on Twitch and maybe figure out finally how to get some music that's not gonna get my VODs muted onto these streams and stuff like that. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm excited for it. Um, but I guess. Sorry, I just got super distracted. But I don't know. That's it. It's Friday. What? Those of you who are here, which of which there are at least a couple of you, so that's a nice start. If you have good news for the week, please share. I'm not gonna ask how people are doing. I'm getting better about that. What about me? I don't know. It's been a long and exhausting week for me, but it's been kind of good. Um, I'm really enjoying Dragon Age and how we're getting through that, and mostly how much you all are enjoying watching me play it for the first time. That has been truly delightful, and so I appreciate that. Um, and yeah, I don't know. In the next couple of weeks, like, there's a lot of domestic home stuff that's got to get done. So my boyfriend and I are both busy and a little stressed, but it's all good things. So your playthrough has been incredibly fun to watch. Delightful reactions. Well, thank you. I also realize that this is a terrible place for this chat box. So we're gonna move it up into the green so that you can actually read. There we go. Look, now we can actually read what you said. Um, Living and learning. I should also say, and I should say this sort of regularly, maybe I'll make a timer for this in Streamlabs so it comes up. But this delightful piece of art is yet another piece by Nat Rose, who has done a ton of both commissioned and just on their own fan art for The Last Refuge. I'm going to pull it up just a little bit so you can see the whole. There we go. And this is one of our favorite pieces. We made koozies out of it in our little merch store. It is a quote from season 3? Question mark, I think. We're on season 6. I think it was season 3 or 4. I don't know. When they went to Sylphson and interacted with a bunch of Yuan Ti for a long time. Timers. This is a piece that they did of a thing that Bizdeer said. Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah. I'm gonna pull this up just. Whoops. Nope. Not that. There we go. Oof. How do... Stop moving. I want you to move the chat box. Thank you. How do I spell it? I think it's Sylphson, I think is how we went for it. Very chill and relaxed season. We can tell from the art. Yeah, this is super representative of art credit. Super representative of what that season was like. Very chill. Definitely no cold-blooded murder. Jazzy, how did you get to be so awesome? That's my question. Well, the premise of the question is somewhat full, no trauma, none at all. Lovely vacation spot, laid back, refreshing. The premise of the question feels erroneous to me, though it is very sweet of you to ask. I don't know. I had a lot of time on my hands because nobody's working in my industry, so I have time to do other things. I don't know. Hello, my dear. Oh, what a delightful group. I don't care if anyone else shows up. Graham and my boyfriend and Dan V. I'm set. We're good. This is a big fan. This is excellent. I am going to talk amongst yourselves. I'm still going to be here, but I do want to do this little timer message in the chat so that this art can get credited. You're walking. Well, where are you walking? Is it somewhere exciting? Response, the background art you see tonight was done by Nat Rose. Follow them on Awesome Artist, often commissioned by The Last Refuge, a D&D, that says D asterisk D, and D podcast. Check them out on Twitter. Twitter.com/ I think it's Nat Rose. I'll double check that. All right, there we go. That should start popping up. Now, where was I? You're walking. You have got to Graham. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I can't believe that I have been an affiliate for this long, and that you have been so supportive every single month. Thank you, Graham. Gotta go pop for D&D. Yes, if you're still running when we're done here, I'm gonna raid and head over there and say hello. Oh, I got one of those too. Wait, I want to send that in the chat. So thank you very much. In circles around your neighborhood. That sounds like a lovely oh, we're gonna get several of those. I'm gonna turn it down just a hair. Thank you, Graham. Truly, thank you very, very much. And when we're done here, like I said, I will check in on your channel, and whoever is here with me will pop over and rage and say hi, if y'all are still going. Right. Well, that was... Oh, you got a cool one, Dan. You got a mine. I got a jump. I don't know what these are, but getting pretty sky pics. Ooh, I bet. Ooh, I bet. I am hoping that in the next little moment here, my little timer's going to pop up so that Nat can get credit for this awesome art that they do for us. Also, oh no, I don't want to spoil. I've already spoiled one of the giveaways, but we just got, so the podcast's anniversary, 3rd anniversary, was last month. We are doing a giveaway celebration next month because of the world. Time is a flat circle. And I don't want to talk too much about it because I don't want to, you know, Alex, who plays Flick and who is our social media manager, is sort of organizing the whole thing, so I don't want to step on his toes. But I will say that some of the aspects of the giveaway are going to involve interacting with some art that we have commissioned by various artists, and Nat is one of the artists that we commissioned to do a piece, and we got their piece today. They emailed us their piece this morning, and it is so fucking cool. It's awesome. I can't believe people like to draw scenes from our show. I think it's very cool. So I cannot wait for you all to see it. We're going to start releasing art and giveaway announcements on the 1st. So what is that? Next Tuesday. And I'm really excited. We have 2 other pieces waiting to come in that are supposed to come in this weekend. And I cannot wait to see them because they're going to be awesome. I'll talk a little bit more about it without spoiling too much. So we basically found 3 artists that we know listen to the show and that we really like their style, and asked them to just pick their favorite moment from, you know, and one of the artists I think has only listened up through season 3. Nat is current every single week, and I think the 3rd artist has probably listened sort of a little bit piecemeal. But we asked them to pick their favorite moments and illustrate them, and Nat chose a moment from season 4, which is gonna be very cool. You have a bat buddy again. There's a little bat flying around and following you. That used to freak me out to no end, but now I think they're kind of cute. Although, did you all see that horrifying... I probably saw it on Facebook, because where else do you see horrifying things? That, like, man-sized bat that's, like, hanging from a rafter and is fully the size of a human. I don't know why that's not going, but anyway. Druid. Yeah. Not a very good one if they're trying to blend in, because this thing is 5 feet tall. It's quite horrifying. Have not seen that. I'll see if I can find a picture and put it up. Man-sized bat. Because, you know, that's what we all need to see right now. Ah, yeah, here's something. I am not saving it there. I'll never find it again. There we go. So U-size. I mean, pretty much. All right, let's see. Let's add a little image into our Wait, hold on. Come on. Okay. We're going to add a new image, and the image is going to be called Man-Bat. Not Batman, because then we'll get sued. Okay. Browse. There she is. Okay, so I'm gonna put her up in the corner. I don't know if it's... Alright, we're gonna put it up here for just a moment, because it's really quite upsetting. Yep, there it is. It's a little bit hard to see scale, but there's that bike that is only a couple of feet in the background. So yeah, that's that, and it's awful, but also kind of awesome, but also really awful. Yeah, it's a big, well, we hope it's a Flappy Friend. If it's not a Flappy Friend, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to think too much about it. Okay, we're going to take that away now. Yes, goodbye. I don't know why it does that every time, but it's fine. Yeah. If it's not, then RIP that photographer. Truly, I went away for 5 seconds to do my Duolingo, and now there's a bat on the screen. Well, I took it off of the screen. V is walking around her neighborhood and has a bat friend, and I said, oh, have you seen the man-sized bat? Because, you know, that's how good conversations flow in 2020. I hope your Duolingo went well. Learning a new language on Duolingo is hard. I used it in the past to refresh languages that I was already at least semi-fluent in, but now I am trying to learn a new one from... It cute! Oof. Okay. Now I'm using it to try and learn a new language from scratch, and that's... Now, to be fair, I picked a very difficult language, but also, learning a new language from scratch after you turn 30 and also from a free app is difficult, but I'm trying. I'm trying to expand my mind. And also but it's weird because as it is, I don't practice the languages that I know enough. I don't speak Spanish enough, and I can't remember the last time I even tried to have an actual conversation in Italian. So I know the solution. Let's learn a new one. What languages do people who are here speak? I know some of the answers for some of you. If you speak multiple languages, if you don't, that's also fine. Probably the fault of the American education system anyway, if we're being honest. What? I already did that. Go away. Hold on. Yeah. Oh, I was looking up music. That's what I was trying to do. Figure out what I'm allowed to... Excuse me, what I'm allowed to play on here. You and me both. Yeah, well, music licensed to you and owned by me. Well, I don't really... okay. You may use... Oh, who's buzzing me? I don't know. Nothing anymore. Oops, where's my screen? There we go. Nothing anymore. Smattering of Spanish and German. Oh, right. The latter I could get by in general when I was a kid. But it's all faded now. Well, that's the thing, and I can't decide if languages are like riding bikes or languages are like muscles, right? Do you not use them and lose them, or do they eventually come back if you sort of practice? My guess is that somewhere in the middle. Like, it's not as easy as just getting back on a bike and tottering a few times. I don't know. Is that how bikes work? I don't know how to ride a bike. So it's probably not quite that easy, but it's also probably, like, not impossible to definitely use them. I don't know how well they resurface. Yeah, I imagine if you were, like, in... oh, no worries, V. I hope it's... no offense, but I hope it's you and not me. Oh, good. There's the timer. I was worried it wasn't working. Yeah, I imagine in the right circumstances, like, it would eventually come back, right? And by the right circumstances, I mean, like, go to Germany for a few months when they finally let Americans back in the country. Whoop, and there it is. I knew it would happen eventually. We got there. We got there. What else can we chat about? I don't know. It's just us friends right now, which I do really sort of find delightful. No avoiding it entirely. No, and I didn't intend to avoid it entirely. You know, I also didn't want it to be. Somebody was live earlier today, and like the topic of their just chatting was COVID-19, and I was like, I'm good, thank you. I follow you, I support you. I don't need to. You're good. I'll see you later. Comes back faster if I sing in Italian. Ooh, I love that. Oh, singing, particularly like choral and foreign language stuff. I miss that too, you know? So many things to miss. But I also don't know... okay, I guess we're talking about it. I found that when I tried to speak German, I'd read for it and get Spanish. Well, there's such... You'd reach for it and get Spanish. There's such similar languages. I can see how you would get those twisted. I do that all the time. I do that all the time with Italian. I took Italian in college and had a professor who we would do a written final exam at the end of the year, but then we also had to do an oral final exam, at the end of every year. And every single semester I had this professor, and she was great, and bless her, she was so patient with me, but every single semester I had her, or quarter I had her, I would go in for my final, she would ask me something, and I would respond, and we'd go back and forth, and we'd sort of get to the end of it, and she would say, that was really fantastic, I understood about half of it, would you like to try it again, this time in Italian? Because I had kind of done the whole thing in Spanish. Hey, Ty, happy Friday! Welcome in, how are you? We're talking about languages, which ones we know, and whether or not we have used them enough lately to actually still consider ourselves fluent in them. And I'm just talking about how when I was in college, I would do... my family's from Mexico, so Spanish comes pretty easily, but when I was taking Italian in college, I would slip into Spanish during my oral exams for Italian, and my professor, bless her, was so patient, would just say, that was really great. Do it again. This time in Italian. But that was a long time ago. So yeah. How did this come about? Oh, we were talking about learning a new language. I'm trying to learn a brand new language on Duolingo. That's how we got there. Ty, what good news do you have to share with us on this Friday evening? What good thing, if anything, and, if not, it's 2020, and that's totally understandable, but have you any good news to share with us this fine evening? You have 2 bats now. Bat lady. You're getting ready for our Curse of Strahd game tomorrow, is what I'm hearing. I guess we'll have to have some bats in tomorrow's session. All right. Can do. Scary message to enter the room on. Hi, Shalrath. Welcome. Yes, I can't really give you a whole ton of context. It sort of is what you read. Our friend the Crafting Muse is walking around outside and apparently has 2 bat buddies who are following her around. How are you? Sorry, nope, wrong, Shalrath. Shalrath, what good news, if any, do you have to share with us on this fine Friday? You're just trying to wrap up some bug fixes in this app you're building, nothing exciting. Okay, hi, I'm Scylla. Hey, Dragon Gem, and hey, Fluffy. Oh my goodness, so many friends. Hi, everyone. So nice to see you all. See you, you know what I mean. I was just asking Shalrath, who just popped in, if you would like to, I try not to ask how everyone is doing because it's 2020. So my question as you enter the room, of course, is, hi, it's nice to see you. Do you have any good news to share with the channel? Ty, 2 bats like real ones. Yeah, I think they are real bats. Unless I'm completely misunderstanding this situation. Too many core books to read, so not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. Is that core books for D&D? Is it for a different tabletop? Is it for something else? Also, Ty, you say that bug fixes in an app that you're building is not exciting. I think the fact that you are building an app is really fucking cool, and not something that I can do, so that's very cool. I imagine if you're still building it, you probably can't talk too much about it, but when you can talk about it, I really want to know what the app is, because that sounds awesome. And Fluffy is here. Speaking of Curse of Strahd tomorrow, let's put this in the chat. Welcome, Fluffy. Yeah, so feel free to share good news, or honestly, I've never done it just chatting. I really wanted to stream tonight. I really didn't want to move my setup to the other room to stream from a console, and sort of wasn't feeling God of War anyway. So yeah, we're gonna do this and see how it goes. Aliens, Overlight, Harlem Unbound, Numenera, goodness, Shalrath. Um, yes, 80% of the way, Fluffy. Oh, I'm so, so happy. I haven't checked it today, but I will have a look. Hello, Popcorn Lizard. Welcome in. How are you? Happy to see you. What good news have you to share this fine Friday with the channel? Oh, you work for a gaming company. We build an app to teach kids how to code. That's so cool. Also, Crafting Muse apparently now has 2 bats and a bunny. A real menagerie going on there. Husband and I are healthy. Started playing board games in person, but masked up. Love that. I'm also running a D&D campaign for him and our good friend. That is all really good news. What board games? We have a few that we haven't touched in a while. I looked back like I can see them, but there's a green screen behind me. We have a few that I haven't touched in a while that I want to get back to. We were playing Mice and Mystics for a while, which was fun. So what are you all playing? Otherwise, yeah, streaming tomorrow, Nevia Flames channel, 11 a.m. Central. Yes, if you're free, 11 a.m. Central, 12 Eastern. What is that, 9 Pacific? Go check out Fluffy's streamed game of Curse of Strahd. Love that. Let's see, what have I missed? Oh, Shalrath, all of those books. Those are all great and very exciting. I am very familiar with Overlight. I am vaguely familiar with Numenera. And I am familiar with the concept of Aliens in Harlem Unbound, but have never seen or really sort of know nothing about the gameplay. But that's fun. Are you reading them for a specific upcoming set of games, or just to know the systems, or what? You just got your early copy of Adventure Begins, the new D&D board game. Excited to see how that does. We have over 100. Woo! We just got a new one called Maracaibo. That sounds super familiar. I'm going to do a quick Google search of it so I can see the box and see if I have, in fact, heard of it. Caibo. Oh, well, apparently it is also a city in Venezuela. But let me look at the game. Oh, yeah. I think story consultant Robert, my friend Robert, who works on the podcast with me, has that game. Or wanted that game, or kickstarted that game, or something. It looks very familiar to me. Why do I not know anything about Adventure Begins? How have I not heard about this? It has been announced, right? You didn't just spoil something, did you? Oh yeah, definitely would love to hear your opinions on that. Okay, all right. I'm Googling Adventure Begins game. D&D Adventure Begins. Step into the... Let's move this over here. Nah, it's announced. Just super new. Okay, great. Ooh, what fun box art. Okay, I love this. Step into an exciting world of D&D with the Dungeons & Dragons Adventure Begins board game. Choose your character and work together along the journey. Oh, good, so it's a cooperative game. I'm in. Through the lands of Neverwinter. Oh, this is cool. The role of the Dungeon Master passes from player to player with each turn, so everyone gets to be a part. Oh, this is very neat. Yep, gonna definitely have to get... Choose a journey for your party... A beholder, a fire giant, a green dragon, and a kraken. Oh, this is very cool. I don't know if Sam is still in the chat, but we're... Sam, if you are, we're getting this game. When does it come out? It comes out October 1st. Okay. Oh, that's pretty soon. Fantastic. Yes, we will be getting that for sure. To know the system and eventually would like to run Alien RPG, even if it's just a cinematic, like a one-shot Expect to Die. Overlight got to play at PAX U. Been meaning to buy since. Overlight is super gorgeous, and I think it's a lot of fun. Also, a cinematic one-shot where you expect to die for something like Alien sounds kind of awesome. Different quest dungeons, replayable. I love that. I love that kind of game. That's a sort of the deal with Mice and Mystics. It's sort of... Mice and Mystics is sort of encroaching upon, like, legacy game, because there's a series of different quests that you play to tell a full story, but this sounds super awesome. Have to get my hands on it on October 1st. Alien is intriguing. I'll still hear no objections. Excellent, glad to hear it. Yeah, I'll have to have a look. I still have I have a few tabletop games up on my shelf that I still have to dig into. North Sea Epilogues from Renegade is one of them, but I'm playing that with Victoria Rogers on an indie games showcase in a couple of weeks, so I'm going to hold off on that one. I think I have Outbreak, which apparently is just super crunchy, so I haven't really dove in. I haven't really gotten into that one yet, but I would like to at some point. What else do I have up there? I don't remember. Seen Alien played a couple of times. Seemed like a ton of fun. I mean, look, great movie. Would love to. Absolutely. Be back soon to do the bedtime thing. Okay, good night, bedtime, and we'll see you soon. That was weird. I don't know what that was. All right, I love that. What else is out there? I have Icarus. That's not. It is a tabletop game, but it's like a dice stacking game, which I read the rules for and looks kind of cool, but haven't gotten to play. I think that covers all my unplayed tabletop games out in the living room. So much to do. I've been trying to... Actually, no, I shouldn't say been trying. We've been fairly successful. A group of 5 of us have been sort of going through and doing like a month per system of a bunch of different systems that I've had on the shelf. So we did Greg's Glitter Hearts. We did a super fun campaign at PS4 20. Yes, that's what it was about. So that was really fun. Magical Girl game. We did Invisible Sun by Monty Cook Games. That was a complex game, but a very cool surreal setting. Now we're doing Kids on Bikes. Did I miss something? No, I think we're on our 3rd one now. Yeah, because it's been a month and a half just because of breaks and stuff between them. But it's been back in 15 tops. Great. We'll see you then. No stress. But it's been super fun to just try out different systems. And then, of course, I'm playing Burn Bright on Roll20. All of the game systems, you know. But I still hold dear my D&D, gotta say. Well, this is delightful. What other fun news, what other good news do people have for us? It looks like we've had a few new people join us. Hi, folks. If you don't know me, if you just wandered in, my name's Eugenio. I'm DM Jazzy Hands on Twitter. And normally I stream God of War on Friday evenings, but I didn't feel like it. And that also requires moving my setup to the other room so I can stream from the console, and I didn't feel like that either. So we're just chatting. Burn Bright is really cool. Glad to see it's been getting some good buzz. Me too. I have like a tangential personal investment in it doing well because I'm doing the premiere stream from Roll20, but also like obviously they're gonna pay me whether or not they sell copies, and but it's a cool system and it's different and the setting is super fun, and also the designers are good humans, so I'm glad it seems to be doing pretty well for them, and I know they've got some other sort of really fun marketing events and stuff coming up in the next few months for it, so that'll be exciting. We've only got 2 more episodes of our actual play stream, which I sort of can't believe. Sci-fi games are a lot of fun, and here's the thing is that for so long, you're absolutely right, Fluffy, but for so long I didn't do much sci-fi gaming, particularly tabletop. Video gaming, sure, okay. But I really enjoy Star Wars and I really enjoy Star Trek, but to me those were emblematic of what sci-fi is, and I'm not so deeply invested in them that I have ever felt particularly welcome by their fandoms, and so I never really got into sci-fi stuff. It also helps that Burn Bright has an amazing cast to just play their game. Oh, well, thank you. Celeste is such a incredibly fucking talented GM. And has made it such a delightful time to explore the game. But yeah, so anyway, but Burn Bright being science fantasy and sort of just a completely new set of lore and information, so it doesn't have that pressure of past knowledge and like a brain full of information about the setting, has made me realize that I am missing out on a ton of shit by not liking sci-fi. Which is obviously not true. Did you see the upcoming Star Wars expansion for Sims 4? No, I did not. Wait, that's awesome. I found a lot of sci-fi games work well for shorter run games, one-shots or mini-series kind of things. I have trouble making longer campaigns out of them. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, we're doing 10 episodes, still having expansions for The Sims 4. Yeah, no kidding. When did that original part of that game come out? That's interesting. We're doing 10 episodes, and Celeste has definitely added some stuff, because we're basically, in theory, we are just running the adventure module that comes with Burn Bright when you buy the packet of things on Roll20. Excuse me, I'm very dehydrated because we've moved a bunch of stuff and it was really hot outside. Anyway, so this 10 episodes has been great, and I guess I can see how you could string together a series of adventures, but yeah, I mean, I can see having a tough time forming longer campaigns. If you feel like pontificating on that more, you are more than welcome, because I'm curious about your thoughts, but also we don't have to do that here and now. Dragon, oh yeah, other good news, you donated. Oh, donated to Jasper's Game Day. Yay, yes, Jasper's Game Day. I should put some of those links in here for folks to see too, but yes, 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 yes. All kinds of good people running all kinds of good games on lots and lots of different days. What a good cause. Thank you for supporting. I'm not involved, but good on you, Dragon Gem. That's great. I love that. I love that. Did you? Was there a particular game day event that you were watching or participating in or attached to, or just a general donation? I think for me, it's a bit of a genre thing. I suspect Burn Bright will work better for it because it's science fantasy and not more into sci-fi. Sure. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I'm having a hard time articulating much beyond that, but I get what you're saying. There is sort of a feel of like very self-contained stories that feel like a sci-fi genre set of stories. Harder sci-fi systems lose me outside of small story arcs. Yeah, I get that. I get that. Yeah. And I guess I don't know. I love a good one-shot or short play or limited series. And I'm loving, this Burn Bright stream that we're doing. But I realize that I'm like really hungering for longer campaigns. Obviously, the podcast has been going for 3 years, so that's great. And I've got a couple of other. I've got one other. Oh, I guess I've got a couple of other longer form campaigns. I don't know. I'm hungry for something, some kind of very specific, definitely longer sort of story, and I don't know exactly what it is. I love all the games that I'm playing. I guess part of it is maybe I wish I had a little more brain power and brain space right now to really sort of get a bit more creative and sort of homebrewy on my own for stories. But there are so many good published stories out there. I feel like I'll run out of interesting stuff that also goes hand in hand with the sci-fi element. Yeah, I get that. I do. You're in space. There are space pirates, and I don't know. I'm sure there are lots of good ideas out there, but I get what you mean. Yeah, I don't know. I'm hungry for something specific in my gaming life, and I'm not sure what it is. Not that I have time to add more to it, to be honest. And I'm loving the Curse of Strahd game that I'm running. It is delightful, and I definitely am throwing in homebrewy and alternate pathy stuff there, but I don't know. It's been so long since I was only running one game at a time, or only playing in one game at a time. And like, while I wouldn't trade this like embarrassment of riches of people and games that I get to play in and with and in, there is something to be said for being able to like focus on a thing. Yeah, I don't know. Dan, you or Sharath, you just reminded me that the Expanse RPG is another one I need to read. Ooh, the Expanse. What's the other one that I think I got my hands on somewhere, somehow? Oh, Tales from the Loop. I think I have a digital copy of that one too. Star Wars has a lot to work with, but the system you are using can get in the way. I like Star Wars D20, which was 3rd edition framework. Requires a treasure advancement axis to work. Interesting. That's just how the system was built. Star Wars doesn't do gear front and center the way, the way D&D does magic items, so that fell apart for me. Huh. Yeah, I mean, a treasure advancement... It's interesting. I mean, that feels like AD&D, right? Gold for XP. Is that OD&D, AD&D? Whatever. I didn't play anything before 3rd edition. I'm talking out my ass. This needs to get turned up a little bit. I am very warm in here. Trying to make sure that it doesn't blow into the mic so you all don't hear the fan, but... Ooh, Summer in the City. Character class math in 3E assumed you got gear that got cooler as you leveled. Right, yeah. No, that I'm familiar with. The 3E stuff. 3E gear stuff, I mean. 5E builds that all into your character, so magic items are gravy, right? Okay, here's the thing. Since we're talking about magic items and D&D and stuff, and I actually, this is a question that I have had for a long time about 5e, and about magic items and bounded accuracy and the math of the game. Welcome back, V. I'm glad that you're back. We're talking now about well, we were sort of talking about sci-fi games and how it can be difficult to sort of create longer campaign arcs with sci-fi games. Now, however, I'm talking about magic items and bounded accuracy in 5e. So I have wondered for a long time, because I did learn my first D&D system was 3.5, so it was all about, like we said, magic item advancement and cooler gear, better gear as you leveled up. And so there is an element of treasure hunting and gear play that I occasionally miss in 5e. And the longer I play in 5e, the less I care. And the more that I realize that when I miss it, I can just throw it in, and like, consequences be damned, there are other levers that I can pull to like, adjust for magic items. And that's all fine. I don't know what my question is. That's just a thought. My question used to be like, how do you use Magic? Frosty's hat was, all right, look, sir. Frosty's hat was a mistake that I will have to live with until the day I die, and it's fine. It's totally fine. I ran a campaign that was a nautical version of Warehouse 13. So they went around collecting dangerous artifacts. That sounds awesome, and was actually obviously not a nautical version of Warehouse 13, but like dangerous artifact collectors, treasure hunters was a version of The Last Refuge. When I was first planning out the campaign, I had a bunch of different ideas for sort of the direction it would go. Of course, it ended up going in none of them, but that's a whole other conversation. But one of them was just a straight up like treasure hunt thing, like very self-contained like missions for this team to go out and get artifacts that eventually they would realize were all connected, and there was some bigger meta arc a la Warehouse 13. Ended up not going that route for several reasons, but that sounds super cool, Dragon Gem. Did you homebrew it? Did you pull stuff out of... was there that sounds super cool. Also, Warehouse 13 was such a delightful show. I don't know if it was any good, but I enjoyed it. It was delightful. Homebrewed, very nice, very nice. Yeah, I think that's super fun. And there is something to be said for that sort of like modular long form campaign, right? You have a meta arc, but at least at the start there's like a very clear set of little like one shots that you've tied together, which I think is a cool idea. I love that show. Yay, yes, Popcorn Lizard. Me too. I don't know if it's good, but I really enjoy it. That's delightful. I miss Dungeon Magazine. We used to build years-long campaign out of quilting adventures together. I've done that too. When I started running 5th edition, I ran Lost Mines of Phandelver, and then sort of there was Tyranny of Dragons, but my players already had 5th level characters because we'd finished Lost Mines of Phandelver. I was brand new. I sort of didn't know I didn't know how to do anything and level adjust, and I was very green. And so we sort of decided we were going to do Rise of Tiamat, but I think Rise of Tiamat starts at like 7th level or something like that, so I needed something to sort of get them a little beefed up. And so I think I grabbed some old like Pathfinder adventures and sort of converted them to 5e and created this little mini arc about this ancient, I guess he must have been a lich who had these magical toes. That's a whole other conversation. Anyway, whatever. It was super fun to just like pull things and get to, exactly like you said, like quilt them together and adjust them so that they fit your narrative, but still just use cool stuff that great designers have done. I really enjoyed it. It broke up because of schedules, but I had just introduced an opposing group of artifact hunters. Yes, that's awesome, which the players really enjoyed. Hopefully one day we can get back there. That's awesome. I love that. Yeah, I ran into the issue too. I ran Phandelver for the kiddos, and then some of my friends, and they loved it. Then we moved to Princes of the Apocalypse. Wasn't my best work stitching that together. Well, in your defense, Princes of the Apocalypse, in my humble opinion, leaves some things to be desired, narratively speaking. So I can see how that would be a difficult thing to stitch together anyway. But that's neither here nor there. Dragon Gem, that sounds... coughs. Mm-hmm. That sounds awesome. I hope that you get to go back and play that one day, and you should definitely start a second campaign that is that other opposing group of artifact hunters, and then have a big party where they all get together one day and they duke it out, or they decide to, work together. I don't know. Happy endings. Who's to say? Ooh, oh, we're telling D&D stories. Let's tell D&D stories. That's what we're doing for a little while now, and I love it. Speaking of groups coming together, so some of you know that for years on and off, I worked as an entertainer on cruise ships, and I have some really awesome, amazing, supportive friends here in New York that I game with, and before I left for my final contract, which has now been several years, I was sort of playing with two groups. I was playing with the group that taught me how to play D&D, and they were still playing 3.5 at that point. And I then was running, I was a player with them, and then I was running a group in 5e that I've been running for a long time. And they all wanted to throw me a going away gaming party, and it was very, very cute and sweet. And the DM of the 3.5 game came to me and was like, hey, we have this idea. We want to throw you a party. We want to have a big game thing where we all come together. We want to get to know your other gaming group and your friends there and play with them. But we know that you play other editions, another edition with them. So how about this? What we ended up doing was Tony, the DM from the other group, and I worked together to create this story about this wedding. There was a wedding that was going to marry these two noble families, and the repercussions down the line of these families being allied was going to be disastrous for the realms, whatever. And so the group that was playing 3.5 were going to be sent to this to attend this wedding. And my group that was playing 5e, hi Brian, how are you? Welcome in. I'm so happy to see you. If you all don't know Brian, Urban Bohemian, another delightful, wonderful streamer, you should go follow him and check out his channel. I love hopping over there when we're streaming at the same time and I get done first. Love to send a good raid over Brian's way. Brian also has his own command here in my channel. We'll see if he does anything to get it used this evening. So the 3.5 group was attending the wedding, and the 5e group was going back in time to try and stop the wedding, and needed to recruit the characters in the 3.5 group to help them. And so Tony and I co-DM'd, and I essentially wrote up, I probably still have it somewhere, but I wrote up a very bare bones conversion sheet for her. So basically it had if you're asking for a knowledge arcana check, just tell them to roll arcana, and here are some basic numerical conversions. If they get this, if they get this result in their 5th edition character sheet, then it translates roughly to something around this area in 3.5. So I gave her that, and we both ran different rooms of the big estate to where the wedding was happening. And as characters sort of moved from room to room, they might move from her table to my table and going here and there and back and forth. And it was a lot of fun, and it worked out really well. Having 3.5 and 5e characters together, and it was super fun. So yes, different adventuring crews coming together for a fun party story time has my vote of all of the yes. Everyone's saying hello to Brian because he's a delight. Hope everyone's having a good time zone. What a good way to say that, Fluffy. I've never quite not stumbled over. I hope you're having a good night, morning, late afternoon snack. That's a great scenario. Thanks. It was super fun. I probably have a note somewhere. And of course, like any good one shot with good friends and wine, I don't know how much we actually worried about the story of stopping this wedding or whatever. They interacted with that plot a little bit, but it was a lot of fun. It was a cool scenario. It started the 5e characters got sent back in time, and they ended up in this weird cave, and they fought Kruthix, I think, or something like that, which of course at the time, I went and looked at one of the bazillions of 3.5 books that had monsters in them and picked something I thought looked cool. And so that fight was super fun. And then they went to I don't know. It was a good time. If anyone else has D&D stories are weird too, right? There's a line, and I never know exactly where it is, where a good D&D story is fun for anyone to listen to, and then eventually you cross that line and it's like, I wasn't there, I didn't play in this campaign, I don't give a shit, I don't care. I'm glad you had a good time, I care about you, I don't care about your story. So forgive me if I have crossed that line, but if you all have fun D&D stories, I would of course love to hear them tonight. Yeah, time zone is super elegant. I was just mulling over that. I love that. It's a good line. It is a good line, Fluffy. Well done. Well done, well done. How have I been babbling at you all for 50 minutes? Bananas. 45 minutes, I guess, because I do have that 6-minute timer when we go live. Yeah. I don't, you know what? I should check this and make sure this actually links to Nat's profile and I didn't screw it up. Nope, I did it right. Huzzah! Dance Off and Bard Off at BB's. Yes, that is a good story. And it is a much shorter story than my wedding story, which is to say, I mean, what you said pretty much says it all. There was a Bard Off at BB's place, and it was hilarious. I don't know if one of the bards in said Bard Off was here earlier. Don't know if he's still here or not. Guess we'll have to see. Yeah. Brian, what good news have you to share with the group this evening? Anything fun? That's my new question instead of how are you, because that feels like a loaded question this year. I ran a Star Wars D20 one-shot way back, which ended up being one friend's very first RPG. All right. I prepped a story and hoped it would be enough. We played for 5-ish hours or so. It was getting on to midnight. Yep. Oh, I miss those days. The players were so into it, we took a break to get food and more snacks and kept playing until 6 the next morning. Oh, God. I can't do it anymore, but man, do I miss being able to do that. We used to play. My Fandelver group, the Fellowship of the Toe is the name of their adventuring party. We used to play. We would start at like 6 o'clock on a Sunday and play till 2 or 3 in the morning. And there were 6 of us in the group, and we would consume easily 8 bottles of wine over the course of the night. Everyone would bring a couple of bottles. Tia Fling, present and accounted for. Oh, good. Sam's here. Oh, me? I'm just off of being on a podcast, actually. Was your first time? Oh, nice. What podcast? If you're allowed to tell us. How delightful. Dan, I miss those 12-hour sessions. Oh, the memories. I'm telling you. That's the castle. Oh, I want to go to the castle one of these years. The group were rebel spies, love it already, who ended up stealing the Death Star plans, yes, and sacrificed themselves to cover Leia's escape with them. Oh, yeah, I can't do that anymore either. Lovely times, though. They really were. They really were. If I planned for it, I could do a weekend of, like, some really long-ass gaming sessions. But, like, I would need to know well in advance that that's what I was doing and prepare for it, mentally and physically. Screen Snark. Oh, is that the name of the podcast? Wait, is there a podcast called Screen Snark? Because that's amazing. Wait, I have to check this out now. I would love to play a 12-hour session one day. Played in your first Star Wars game last weekend. Ooh, yes. See, I still haven't actually played a Star Wars game. I was supposed to do one that's, I think, streaming now, but there were scheduling confusions and I had to drop out, and I was really sad about it. I miss doing fun podcast interviews. I did one yesterday with Tome Show that was a lot of fun, talking about settings. Wait, I want to look and see what Screen Snark is, because that sounds phenomenal. And also, obviously, you were a guest on that, Brian. All right, let's see. Screen Snark. Oh my god. Saga Edition. Wait a minute, wait. What system was it, Herb? Fantasy Flight? No, Saga Edition. Oh, I don't know what any of that means. Screen Snark is hosted by Matt, a.k.a. Stormageddon, and Rachel Quirky Shank. I'm already on board. It's a casual exploration of how the media we love shapes our lives and builds our character. Join us and a new guest every episode. We talk about the world and stories we love and live as we dive into movies, TV, streamable media, and all the rest. What a cool podcast. Okay. Good times. I love that. I really, really liked what I saw of Saga. I wish I played more. It was like Proto 4E. Now see, Dan has already heard me say this and wants no part in it. But I just, I never played 4E. I want to try some 4E. But then when I think about trying 4E, then I start wanting to go back and, I want to play a little AD&D and a little, that's really all. I'm just curious. Wants no part of it. Yes, well, Dan has had the great fortune of playing all of those editions and is well within his rights to never want to play them again, and that's fine. But I haven't played them, and I'm curious, and I feel like as a conscientious and responsible content creator. I should know my roots or some bullshit like that. I don't know. Shit, I was going to say something else, and I don't remember what it was. Wants no part of it. I have zero enmity. No, and that's... Sorry, I should not have portrayed it that way. It is not that you have enmity towards them. They all have strengths, and I would play any of them gladly and have a great time. All right, yes. And I should not have implied that you had quibble with older systems as a whole. Just that 5e is such a good system. But for an ongoing campaign of my D&D, yeah. No, totally. And I don't want to play a long-form campaign of any of those older systems either. I would treat it like I'm doing my little RPG experimenters group, you know, spend 2 to 6 weeks if we're really enjoying ourselves doing something, you know, multi-shoddy, but not long form. No. There's a lot of charm in the prior edition for various things. Yeah, and that's sort of what it would be about for me, I think, is just sort of like seeing what they do well and how they did things and, you know, that sort of stuff. I will take a moment to say hi and welcome to new folks that are joining us. If you have just wandered in off the street, I'm happy to have you here. Welcome. If you don't know me, my name is Eugenio. I'm DM Jazzy Hands. You can follow me on Twitter at DM Jazzy Hands and check out what I'm doing. I normally stream God of War on Friday nights, but I didn't feel like moving my setup into the other room to stream off the console. But I really wanted to stream and chat with my friends, so that's what we're doing. So welcome in. We are happy to have you. You are more than welcome to lurk. There is a lurk command if you so desire, or you can just lurk without announcing that you're lurking, which is also fine. I always announce that I lurk and then feel weird about it. Oh, right, Friday. Let me go make a drank. Yes, make a drank. Where's my drank? Do we have dranks? Now, see, here's the thing. There is someone in this chat who could bring me a drank, and I know that he could bring me a drank, but it feels a little irresponsible to request that a drank be brought to me via Twitch, so I'm not going to do that. Lurks without announcing he's lurking. Well, shit. I have several of the 2e add-on books and find them useful for lore purposes. Not evil enough to bring back Thaco, however. Attention! I shall now be quiet, as you were. Yeah, and I do it all the time when I'm in other people's channels, and then as soon as I do it, I'm like, what a weird thing to do. Nah, I'm gonna keep doing it. It's called AFK Dan. Oh, man. What was I was looking at something the other day. Oh, now see, I used my powers for evil, and yet he is so good that he brought me a drink anyway. You're the best.
I know.
The best. Excellent. We do need to restock up on drank making equipment. But we're going on a little trip soon, so Sam. He's the best. What can I say? Wow, that special twink shit.
What?
Get out, nothing. I'm sorry. Oh God, no! Stop. Oh, I'm sorry. We'll try this again. Oh, no. Oh. Okay. Wow, that special Twitch drink delivery. I'm out here making my own cocktails like some kind of plebe. I am very privileged, and I admit to that fully. Also, why am I wearing headphones? There's not any... I'm not playing a game. It's hot in here as it is, because my hair's going to run free, but whatever. I would make a dark and stormy, but my last bottle of ginger beer froze and exploded in the fridge. No. And then everyone laughing at me for calling out Sam. Nope, not what I did. Oh, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear. I haven't had dark and stormy in a minute, but I do love me some... Well, sort of anything with ginger beer, but yes. Brian, what did you make for yourself when you're back from making your drink? If you have not completed it. Oh, she's getting long, isn't she? Oh, it's kind of nice. I understand that they're like cordless Bluetooth headphones and they don't constrict me in any way, but it feels somehow freeing to not have them on. I'm turning my head like it's a thing that I couldn't do when they were on me, but anyway. Y'all, the white balance on this camera either makes me look bright orange or greenish blue, and it makes me bananas. Let's see if we can. Okay, it's gonna do something real weird here for a sec. Oh, nope. Oh, nope. Nope, that's worse. Oh, so much worse. Oh, huge. Just leave well enough alone, you big goofus. Alright. The edges are not great. I've ruined everything, but we'll leave it. It's fine. My headphones are wireless, and working from home has been a damn revelation. I just get up during meetings, go make a snack in the kitchen, make a coffee. Now that I do love. And I do that all the time. And I probably shouldn't do it as often. I do when I'm playing games with people. But I do that all the time. Get up, go grab a drink, whatever. Can still hear them. Oh yeah, for that for that Warehouse 13 campaign, I made custom items similar to the items from the show. Yes, I gotta go back and rewatch that show. I made a dim wand. Yes, disrupt immediate memory wand, and a nab bag, neutralizing artifacts bag. Yes, that's awesome. Now I really do need to go back and watch Warehouse 13 again, because that's delightful. Jeremy just knows now that if I wander away from the camera, I'm still listening. I think most of the groups that I game with also know that to be true. I think. It's probably very rude. A giant cosmopolitan. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I should make more mixed drinks at home. I used to be really into like mixing drinks, and I bartended for a while, although it was at really mostly a wine bar. I didn't do a ton of mixing, but I enjoy that process. I find it fun. I should get the mix-ins and do the thing again. I also do the wireless trick, or I mute my mic and put everyone on house speakers. Oh, now that's a whole other level. Yeah, see, most everyone has video off for our meetings. Fireball, thinking fireball. Yes, 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 yes to all of this. All such good ideas. We do video on for design team stand-ups and smaller meetings. Larger team meetings, only speakers have cam on. On ice with a dash of milk. That is not where I thought that was going, but I support it. All right. Not real milk. Well, yes, of course. For you, not so much. Yeah, a lot of the meetings for the various like committees and boards that I'm on for my union, we mostly do camera off. So like official meetings. But did you all just watch my brain short out? Because that's what just happened. For some reason, makes me miss prairie fries? Prairie fires. Prairie fires. It's like a Cinnabon. Oh, that sounds delightful. The shot, not the fact that the damn country is burning. Yes, well. Anything to drink but a prairie fire tequila and Tabasco. I mean, okay. It's got tequila, so, like, I'm gonna say yes. I will proudly be that stereotype. I'm always camera on with coworkers to be intimidating. Yes, I love that. It's startlingly good. Yeah, I mean, I'm down for that. I'm down for that. My mother, first of all, loves her tequila, which I love about her. But I'll never forget, she came to New York to visit me once, and we went and saw a show, and then my dad was with us too. We went and saw a show, and then we went out to a bar to have a few drinks before we came back to the apartment after the show. And we went, it was probably like a Mexican restaurant or something. And we went in, and she got her typical, shot of tequila straight up, blah, blah, blah. And we watched as the bartender, doing the correct thing, having not been instructed otherwise, pours the shot into the mixing glass and starts to shake it with ice to chill it. And my mom goes, oh, I'm so sorry. No. And I looked at her and I was like, Mom, what is the problem? And she turns to me and she goes, if he shakes it with ice, it will dilute it. And I went, well, you're my hero. All right, here we go. Vigaritas. Oh, those Vigaritas were dangerous. But I also like Jaeger. Oh my God. I have not had Jaeger since... The last time I had Jaeger was my very first ship contract. We were in Hong Kong. And please don't ask me why this is the choice that we made. But we went out. We had an overnight in Hong Kong, so the ship, got in one afternoon and didn't leave until like the next night. And we went out and bar hopped in this like expat district, I guess, of like nightlife Hong Kong. And we found bars that represented each of the countries that the cast was from. And I'm pretty sure we did Jaeger bombs in like somewhere that made no sense, like the Canadian bar in Hong Kong or something like that. I don't know. It's all hazy for obvious reasons. I might actually have some ginger ale. Yes. Jaeger brings out a very particular Brian. What kind of Brian is that? It likewise has been ages, and I can feel Brian's disappointment prickling my skin like red hot needles from here. Well, there you go. Oh boy, can't Jaeger. Yep, I feel that. Canadian bar in Hong Kong. That sentence alone, this is what I'm saying. I was very young. By that point in the contract, I had maybe just turned 24. Maybe. But yeah, it was a night. We came back. The American bar was the last one we went to, and we came back with syringes full of Jello shots from the American bar, like stuffed in our bags and in the women's purses. It was wild. It was a whole experience. I can't really explain any of it to you. It was a whole thing. That checks out. Yeah, truly. I don't know. Let's see if that makes... No, it really doesn't. I hate that it does this weird thing around my hands. But I don't really feel like spending 10 minutes fucking around with my chroma key, so whatever. Oops, I mixed it too strong. Oh, darn. Cheers, y'all. Happy Friday, everyone. We've made it. Cheers. Oops. Thanks, Muse. Now I'm thinking of a Britney Spears song. Oops, I mixed it too strong. Yes. The anthem of... I don't know who. Somebody's anthem. I tend to do that. Oh, goodness. Wait, the anticipation, Brian. I can't wait to hear what brilliantly clever thing. I'm going to have to go write that song now. Yes, do it. Do it. I will sing back up for you. We'll make it happen. I feel like... Well, never mind. That is an unkind thing to say about Miss Spears, so never mind. Won't go there this evening. Please do, and I will happily sing. See, you've got a whole crew on board. You just gotta write them lyrics. I love that. Ooh, excuse me. What in the hell is happening? Why is my screen freaking out? Who knows? I have no idea. What else? What other fun things? What good news do people have? If you've come in and you have good news to share, we would love to hear it. If anyone has questions, I don't know, that sort of feels like a weird thing to ask, but like, I don't know, you know, come up with a new topic of conversation. Not that this crew in particular ever needs prompting to gab as long as we are allowed, but you know. It's a little different when there's a bit of a delay and the vast majority of you have to type your responses. But anyway, I'm very happy that you're all here. Much better. Ginger ale, lemonade, spiced rum. Yes. Yeah, my hard liquor bar is sadly depleted, and I just haven't sort of gone out to fix that. We keep reasonably well stocked with wine and other fun things, beers and hard seltzers and ciders and such, but my liquor collection is lacking these days. Dan, if you can find it, I hardly recommend Werner's ginger ale. Oh, I don't know Werner's. Oh, thanks, Brian, for the tweet. Let's retweet that. Your drink is way more interesting than mine, so I am not going to show a picture of mine. Oh, goodness. This is making me really want a mojito tonight. Ooh. Do you have the mix-ins for one? Do you have the makings of one? I haven't made a mojito in a long time. Used to be readily available in the grocery stores in Indy. Aha. He's good. Not sure if it's around here. Indy. Ooh, excuse me. Indy. So I might. Sam and I are going to be escaping New York City for a little while. And one of the places that we're going to be going is close enough to Midwestern that they may if it's like an indie Midwestern thing, they might have Vernors. I'll have to keep an eye out for it when we get down there. Midwestern based ginger ale. Ugh. Gingle ale. Oh, what is gingle ale? Gingle. A gingle is something dirty, but aside from that, it is... How did everyone come up with their screen names? Oh, that's a great question. Oh, I love that question. Yes, we're going to do that in a minute. First, I'm just going to say that I think a gingle is some sort of fey creature. Somebody stat it up and send it to me. A typo. Oh, hush you. I'm in northern Indiana and you have it there. Okay, all right. Okay, yes, I want to know how everyone came up with their... Dan, Dylan, how did you come up with your screen name? No, I will start. So mine, when I was a junior in college, we did a giant student-written musical every year. And my junior year, the theme of the musical, it was all set in a downtown Chicago nightclub that was, it was the nightclub's last night. They were closing and shutting down, and the place was going to get bulldozed the next day. And so it was all these people and regulars and like former, like musical acts coming in and celebrating this club. And the DJ that night was DJ Jazzy Hands. And I've always thought that was very clever and very amusing. And so hence was born DM Jazzy Hands. I did not play the DJ, to be clear. I completely stole it. It was not even my role. But when I started The Last Refuge, DM Jazzy Hands sort of became my moniker. It became a thing. Hey, Forte Wally, welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the party. Cheers. Happy Friday. All right, let's see. I told my story. Who else has their stories? I don't know. My username was kind of tough, too. Oh, hi, Brian. Yes, I can see that would be difficult. Welcome in. I'm happy you're here. It is my phone sucks. Verner's is huge in Michigan. Oh, interesting. And its area of influence decreases, it expands from there. Gotcha. My screen name is because I love winter the most out of all the seasons and adore big, fluffy winter snows. I love that. Winter is definitely my second favorite season. I am a basic fall boy. I admit it. I enjoy me a pumpkin spice and a scarf and a walk. I also grew up like in the Great Smoky Mountains area, so like fall was also just the most stunningly gorgeous time of year down there. I inspire crafters. Yes, you do. My last name is Ellis, and L is the 12th letter of the alphabet. I didn't know that's how you came up with it. How odd. Fall is best season. I have to agree with you, Forte. Wally feels like the more reasonable short version of your name to say. Oh my god, you basic. I am basic. When it comes to fall and all things fall, I fully admit I've got like fall-y candles and all that shit. And I love it. And I'm not too proud to admit it. My seasons rating from best to worst are winter, fall, spring, summer. Yeah, I think switch fall and winter for me, but otherwise, yeah, spring is lovely until it starts raining constantly, and summer is awful because it's hot and I never stop sweating, and I live in New York, so my options are die of heat stroke in my apartment or pay bazillions of dollars to Con Ed for my electric bill and run my air conditioner. Good times. I love popcorn and going to the movies, and your name is Liz. Love this. Oh, this was such a good question, Dragon Gem. Yes, I love it. I didn't read your answer out with it, did I? Mine is because I was born in the year of the dragon, and I am a Gemini. Ooh, what is my... Okay, so while I continue to read where your current screen names came from, I want to know everyone's Dragon Gem name, right? So what Chinese zodiac year were you born? And what astrological sign are you? So mine would be Rabbit Cap, I think. I think I'm a rabbit. That I have to go back and check. All right, what else is in here? Also, my name came from the fact that my name is Wally. Love that. I'll tell the story of my Xbox Live name, Captain Durney. When a buddy and I started playing Halo 1... Oh... Let's all take a moment and think about how long ago that was. We played co-op and named our character profiles after creatures from Star Wars galaxies. I love that. And gave them ranks since we were playing military games, sure. He was Private Nuna and I was Private Durney. Each time a new Halo came out, we got promotions. Wait, that's so adorable. We were captains when I got my own Xbox Live account. That's so cute. I love that. Shalrath is a name I came up when I got into MMOs back in the 90s. Once I noticed the name already in use, I moved on to other games. I added the 42. Like, nice. My real name translates to Thai Girl, and you were born in 76. Oh, that's cool. If obviously, since this is about our names, feel free to not answer, but does your name translate to Thai Girl in Thai or in another? I'm curious what language. Mine goes back to AOL days. Yep, I told someone I was making candles and crafts in my kitchen. He thought it was a contrast to my living in the city, and it became an urban bohemian. I like that. Practical, tells a story. I like it. Dog Libra, Justice Dog. I'm fine with this. Ooh, I like Justice Dog. That's fun. Goat Virgo. And these days my son has pretty much commandeered my Xbox gaming usage. Yep, that's fair. Rat and Virgo. Ratavir. Ooh, I like Ratavir. That is a D&D character. Yeah, I love that. In Cambodian. Oh, wow. I love that. Been to Cambodia? No. Yes. No, I don't remember. I think so. Anyway. Rooster Leo. All right, you can do better than that, Sam. Come up with something clever. Cusp, baby. Yeah. Sheep Aquarian Pisces. I kind of like Sheep Aquarian, though. It sounds like some sort of like word elision that I can't quite figure out. I'm not touching that one, Ellis. Yep. Yep. Dog Aries. Yep. You know what? Okay, let me make sure that I am in fact a rabbit. Because I feel like... Yes. Okay. So Rabbit Captain Rabbit. Ooh, Captain Rabbit. There you go. That's fun. All right, that's my... Well, I'd use DM Jazzy Hands, but I like Captain Rabbit a lot, actually. Rabbit Libra. Yes. Jesus. Ratpricorn. I like that. Also, of course, you're also a Capricorn, Fluffy. Kindred. Yes, Cap. Okay, making Muse an action hero. Sheep Ramfish. Ooh, Shep, because that's a name and sheep is an animal. Shep Ramfish, I love. I also really like Rapticorn. I was also named Walter growing up, but my dad wanted to name me after a comic book character, but my mom didn't want any part of that, so they named me Walter after my dad. However, when I got older and wanted to claim my own independence, I named myself Wally. Love that. And my dad loved it because Wally West was one of his favorite comic characters, so it all worked out in the end. See, it was meant to be. You were meant to be a comic book character. Nobody calls it the Year of the Rooster, but will Twitch let me say Cock Lion? Oh, my boyfriend, ladies and gentlemen. I chose that. Ramveer. Oh, I like Ramveer. Shigo is also fun. Oh, hey, Tiger Version X. Welcome in. Yeah, we're doing name history and then also our Chinese zodiac plus astrological sign name. Because Dragon Gem, who is with us this evening, that's how they got their name. And they were the one that asked the question where our usernames came from. Tiger's been around for a while. Yes, with the 90s cool spelling. Yep, love it. I was Tiger Boy something until I felt wrong about still being a boy. Yep, that's legit. So the version whatever took over. But since everyone reads it as Tiger Vision, oh, that's interesting. I'm beginning to think maybe I should officially change. Tiger Vision is super fun. I'm laughing. Yes, we all laughed at my inappropriate friend here. Spicing dog areas up. Duram. Oh, that's fun. Thank you for the upgrade. I like all of these. These are fun. What a fun naming convention. I love that. We have had a few more people join us. I will once again say hi, everyone. If you've just wandered in, or if maybe you saw Brian's tweet and you're here, thank you so much for joining. I'm Eugenio, DM Jazzy Hands, and we're happy to have you. If you have something joyful or good news to share with the chat, feel free to toss it in. Otherwise, congrats on making it to Friday. Cheers, and I'm glad you're here. Wait, do you see like a tiger or just see tigers when you have tiger vision? I mean, obviously, I feel like the logical answer is you see as a tiger sees, but that's way less fun than seeing tigers everywhere. So, Or do you just love Tiger Eye gemstones? Oh, I do love a Tiger Eye gemstone. That is a good point. Should I change Popcorn Lizard or keep it? I kind of love Popcorn Lizard. It is unique. It is 2 words that are really words, and so I can keep it in my brain much easier. But that's just me. I love tiger eyes. Yes, so do I. Tiger eyes are lovely. But any tiger or one specific tiger? Ooh, good question. I feel like it's way more upsetting if you, and only you, I might add, see a specific tiger, right? Like the same tiger is stalking you invisibly to the rest of the world, only visible to you. Like that feels, that's a story, right? Or, you know, a diagnosis. I'm not sure. I dig Popcorn Lizard. It's whimsical and fun. Popcorn Lizard is definitely unique, and lizards are cool. Lizards are cool. All kinds of lizards are cool. In different ways. Some of them are scary cool. Anyway. Cool. Wasn't sure if it was too odd or silly. No. My name is DM Jazzy Hens, Popcorn Lizard. I think Popcorn Lizard is just fine. In terms of the odd and silly front, I think you're good. White Tiger. I ordered, now it's White Claw, and now we're drinking soda again. I ordered a Talon and Claw DM screen today. It's going to be all wenge. Oh, scribbles furiously. Stalked tiger, only you can see. Yes, that's right. I better see that in the next book. Wait, I want to see Talon and Claw. I feel like I've seen these before. Oh my goodness, yes, I have. Somebody sent me these beautiful wooden DM screens. Ugh. Absolutely gorgeous. I love that. How very exciting, Dragon Gem. Did you get it? Do they do custom ones? Like, can you ask them to do specific things, like burn in or etch in specific things? That's awesome. Oh, those are gorgeous. Wenge? What? Oh, Wenge. Oh, is that word, not wenge. Sounds like I'm saying whinge. Wenge. That's cool. I don't know. I probably then now I realize that I don't know what Wenge is, so I'm gonna look that up. Oh, it's a type of wood. Got it. Oh. Okay, I am familiar. Yes. Oh, yes. Love a dark wood too. That's gorgeous. Tiger goes back to my first comic book superhero name for myself. I kind of have stripes. It was on the nose. Love it. Herb, I wish Tiger Vision was as good as an actual tiger, and apparently I'm Year of the Horse. Okay. Horse. Stallion. What's your astrological sign, Tiger? They're sponsoring Mini Terrain Domain. Oh, nice. They're doing fun stuff with laser etch coasters and stuff, too. How cool. I was going to say your original sounded like a superhero name. Yeah, totally. I love Talon and Claw. They are so amazing. Yes, they have some beautiful stuff. Mole Vision. Yes. I love that. I love Mole Vision. That's fantastic. Oh, my stars. What is this? Okay, great. They do, and this one is custom in that they didn't have an all Wenge one before, but no burn-ins. I mean, look, that wood is gorgeous by itself. It could have literally nothing on it, and it would still be a beautiful piece of gaming paraphernalia. It took me a minute to think of that word. Cheers. Oh my goodness. Indeed, my high school superhero team creations were kind of on the level of Husk and Skin, with Gen X coming out at the time. I suppose it follows. Astrological sign is Aquarius. Stallionfish. Marefish. No. Somebody help me out here. I am clearly not doing well on this one. I was struggling. Mermer. Ooh, Mermer is fun. You all went to Mare, and I just didn't get it. Stalquarian. Stalquarian. Yes, got it. Oh, Stalquarian sounds like a last name, like a fantasy last name of, like, maybe a viscount of a kingdom. Alistair Stalquarian. Or maybe it's just a Dragon Age character, who's to say. Mermer is sort of fun. I like that. That sounds like an amazingly expensive and rare ore. Oh, yeah, it does that too, right? Stalquarian is a gem or an ore that you can craft with. I love that. Such creative people. I need an accent for Alistair Stalquarian. Well, the obvious one would be the very snooty and somewhat narrowed British one, yes? Sort of centered right in the center of the palate, you see. But, of course, if you, perhaps also, Alistair Stalquarian, goodness, someone tell me a bit more about Alistair Stalquarian. Maybe we'll adjust this voice. It's a bit generic, if you know what I mean. The Stalquarian blade. Ooh. Yes, that is the family heirloom. Oh, thanks for the follow, Brian. Appreciate it. Glad that you're here this evening. But what we need to focus on really, my dears, is... Yes, exactly. Oh my god, he's that white British dude constantly arguing on talk shows in the 70s. Oh my god, yes, he is. I was thinking he was kind of a villain, but I didn't want to lean into that too hard just off the bat. Because, you know, he could also be, let's see, Alistair Stalquarian. I mean, it's obviously an English name, but maybe he was raised in Germany. Alistair Stalquarian. No, that really doesn't work. No, we were better on track with our... Alistair Stalquarian. Very stuffy. Perhaps he's what is his family business? You know, he handles money. Do you know what I mean? He's constantly increasing wealth and dealing with spreadsheets and formulae and all of these sorts of things. Yes. You can be an obnoxious snit without being a villain. Well, sure. You're right. That is an important distinction to make. I guess you're somebody's. Formula, yay, formulae, yes. Well, more of a low-grade villain, sure. Villain in training. You know, I've really been taking night classes, you see. Oh, now he's got sort of a sing-songy when he gets excited about something. Yes, definitely. He's been taking night classes, you see. Befledgling villain, if you will. You know, small-time things. Just sort of playing devil's advocate whenever possible, you know. It's great fun. Cheers. Oh my goodness. Muffy, yes. Oh my god. Yes. Oh my good. No, I would take the Lord's name. Yes. Alistair and Muffy Stalquarian at your service. Physical villainy is not my calling. I simply facilitate a great many things. He's just one casually expressed opinion away from being cancelled, I can tell. Well, I better be more careful then when I'm playing Alistair Stalquarian, so someone doesn't wander into the channel and think it's me. Oh, this is fun. Oh, what a delightful creature we've crafted. I don't know how delightful he is, but anyway, I'm enjoying doing it. Did I write this tweet and then not send it? Oh, heavens. Oh, well, it's fine. I want to play Muffy. Oh, no, now I'm stuck in the voice. The Stalquarians don't work for their money. We just skim off of other people's funds. It's perfectly legal in certain countries. Oh, no. Oh, yes. Yeah. How did we get to Alistair Stalquarian? Oh, Stalquarian, horse, Aquarius. I remember now. Can there be a deep forest 3/4 single shoulder cape? Oh, now we're designing him and everything. Yes, yes, yes. He handles money. By that we mean we just give him some to hold to make him happy. He's no head for figures at all. Really I don't, but running my fingers through bills and coins, it's really my life's greatest joy, and it's an honor and a pleasure to get to do it every day, do you know? You don't work a day in your life when you literally don't work. Yes. God. I'm beginning to hate him more and more as we find out more about him. In a good way, of course. Their money is in the safe. Thus, we are all doing well, correct? This fellow took shape quickly. He did, right? All just from the name. Oh, man. I do think that might be his catchphrase. You don't work a day in your life when you don't work. Gods. Oh my goodness. I love how he slowly is transforming from a highbrow nobleman to a buffoonish Saturday morning cartoon foil. Yep, and I'm not upset about it. What's that saying? If you can do, if you can someone, what? So I'm meeting him tomorrow. Oh, Lord, I don't know. I'm sure he lives somewhere in Barovia. We'll just have to see. If you can pay. Okay, if you can pay someone to do what you don't love, you'll never work a day in your life. That's also a very good catchphrase for him, yes. Oh, man. I'm a trust fund, baby. You can trust me. Oh. Oh. This is how my brain works. So yes, that is a delightful Hamilton reference. And doing Hamilton in a funny accent reminds me of one of my favorite things to do. I'm definitely auditioning for the role of the long-suffering PA. One of my favorite things to do to my In the Heights cast. So I had the truly, this sounds cheesy, but like truly the great privilege of being the associate music director and then the music director on a 4-city tour sort of a production of In the Heights over the last couple of years. And one of my favorite things to do to my cast, because it drove them all crazy, was to do the opening rap of In the Heights, but with a not quite so stuffed, but a British sort of RP accent. And there's one line in particular that is my absolute favorite. So, we'll do the beginning and then I'll cut to my favorite line. Lights up on Washington Heights. Up at the break of day, I wake up and I've got this little punk that I've got to chase away. Pop the grate at the crack of dawn. Sing while I wipe down the awning. Hey, y'all. Good morning. My favorite line to do in that voice, though, is I'm getting tested. Times are tough on this bodega. 2 months ago, somebody bought Ortega's. That's my favorite bit to do. If you're not familiar with In the Heights and you are at all interested in musical theater, you should check out the show. It's real awesome. By the creator of Hamilton. It was his first Broadway show, and it is one of my favorite pieces pretty much of all time, and it changed my life. So that's that. And you're all welcome for that dramatic reading of Sir Patrick Stewart does Usnavi. That's not what Patrick Stewart sounds like, but anyway. My goodness. It is 5 o'clock somewhere. Oh, I guess the "but not here" part is inaccurate for this particular stream, but that's okay. I love this art so much that I don't care. I am more and more upset that we can't go places and meet up, but it's been lovely getting to know y'all via online means. Yeah, I feel like my missing in-person socializations is delayed, but is beginning to come on quite strong. Yeah, I feel that. But it has been lovely getting to spend time with you all, and I without getting too, cheesy as I am wont to do, it has been a real boon to me to have this channel and the growing community of all of you fantastic folks, some of whom I knew before I started streaming regularly, and some of whom have joined the community since I started. It's a real gift to like have this thing that I do on the regular with people that I enjoy spending time with, and so I thank you all. You're all lovely, and I hope some of you maybe who haven't been around here before will join us more regularly and in the future, because we'd love to have you with us on our little journey. I miss hugs. Yeah, I just miss not liking people in person, but also hugs. Yes to all of that. Yes to all of that. Yeah. What a world. But also hugs. The statement behind the statement of 2020. Yeah, truly. Yeah, it's hard to exchange subtle side-eye on Zoom. Well, it's hard to exchange. It's perfectly easy to exchange it. It's hard to not get caught exchanging it on Zoom. I miss hugs, and I miss the energy of in-person tabletop time. Yeah, that is another thing. So much of my gaming was starting to be all virtual and online anyway, because so much of my gaming was either my podcast or streams. But I did still have a regular weekly game at my house, and I miss that a lot too. I do. Yeah, and subtle side eye isn't as fun when you have to do it in like the private chat on Zoom. It's fine. It's just not as good. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm gonna get rid of this because I don't know why it's still there. The whole online gaming live play improv has been a learning curve. I mean, look, I have not seen all of your sessions of Dungeon Crossing and all of the other things, but you've been doing great. I mean, I'm sure, obviously, like, this is always true. Our own experience of something that we do is very different from what is perceived, but if it is any comfort, you're brilliant. So, but yeah, it is definitely different. As much as we would like to say, like, we have the technology and we have the online tools to, like, make it as seamless a transition as possible, like, there's no denying it is definitely a very different experience. I do miss in-person scorn. Tongue click is everything. That was terrible. Wait a minute, I need more water. Hold on. I'm getting better at this, but it's still unreliable. Ooh, that was an okay one. All right, I gotta get right up in the mic now because I'm not very good at doing it loudly. And now that we're all used to mouthing obscenities at people that have pissed us off, there'll be trouble once the masks come off. I hadn't thought about that. That's very funny. Oh, no. Yeah. Yep. That's true. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm bored having a just... 3. Okay, there we go. Inviting the podcast cast to come and hang out if any of them are free. Face control is a skill. Not one I've ever been particularly good at. I'm not going to lie. The choreographer for In the Heights and I would sit next to each other when I was not playing the show and was like taking notes for the cast. We would sit next to each other and just keep an eye on each other and nudge each other and, hey, fix your face, when we were, you know, seeing things or hearing things we didn't love. We need to do a watch party one of these nights. Oh, yeah, we were going to do that. And then the thing that I wanted to watch wasn't available on the Prime subscription service, so I couldn't do it. But yes, we do. Maybe we'll do... Well, we're not going to watch something tonight, but maybe we'll go through and pick something that we want to watch. I'll go through the catalog and we can try and find something. Yes, 1,000 times. You don't know me, Floppy. I quite miss watching movies or things with friends. Yes, I'm losing my polite Vulcan face and it's scaring me. I love watch parties. I do enjoy a good watch party. All right, let's see what we're allowed to watch party. Zoom recently taught me what I look like when pretending to listen, and it's not as convincing as I thought. Zoom has really upped my fake listening game. Not that I've ever done that to any of you. Whoopsies. Okay. So, I feel like if we're gonna watch something, at least the first time that we do a little watch party, which we should definitely do. Can we talk about how the worst part of Zoom is seeing your own camera sometimes? Like, well, shit, the mask dropped. Yes. And thank God you, Brian, Herb, told me about Snap Camera, because there are days where I feel some kind of way about my face, and in person you can sort of will, if you work real hard, or if I work real hard, I can forget that I feel some way about my face because I don't have to look at it when I'm interacting with people. But on Zoom, no such free pass. So I have very much appreciated being turned on to Snap Camera when I'm feeling some kind of way about the face. All right, so we're going to sort of ping back and forth. I'm going to keep bringing this up, but I'm going to look sort of at fun, silly comedies for our first watch party. We'll figure out when that's going to be. But I feel like that's a fun thing. Yes, give me all the Instagram filters on my outgoing video, please. I'm telling you, like, look, we have the opportunity. Why not take advantage? Oh, goodness. Categories. We can continue chatting, but I am going to... Yes, I guess let's start with movies. Breeze, please. My eyebrows also have a mind of their own. They love each other very much and will slowly reach for each other until they pull them apart again. Oh, for heaven's sake. I don't... Actually, mine... So, when I was a kid, mine did that. They still kind of do, although they take care of themselves pretty well. I haven't touched these things in a while. What am I doing? Why am I grooming myself on my stream? Gross. Star-crossed eyebrows. Ha! My medical appointment vid calls have taught me I cannot actually stare into a camera, so instead my eyes dart around. You seem distracted or nervous. Well, no more than usual. Yep, I mean, sure, yes, you're absolutely right. I am distracted and nervous. It's 2020, Doc. Goodness. Is there not like a... whatever. Oh, no? Okay. There's not a genre search on this? Okay, whatever. I'll figure it out. That's a chronic state. Truly. Truly. Okay. Who's buzzing me? Oh, there's a bunch of good horror movies, but that's not what we're going to do for our first watch party. Because I understand that horror movies are a specific taste, and it is okay if you don't enjoy them. Something funny. You all can also toss out suggestions that we can sort of put on a list and we can vote on it later. That is a chronic state. Hey, Robo, welcome in. Sorry, no God of War today, but we're just hanging out, shooting the shit. You made it to Friday. Congratulations. Cheers. If you have some good news or joyful news to share with us, feel free. I wonder which horror anthologies Prime has. That might be my Halloween viewing. For the last 2 years, I have watched one horror movie a day for the month of October. Asterisks. Not really true. I have watched 31 horror movies over the course of the month of October, but sometimes I miss a day, so I have to double up or even triple up this year because it was a weird month. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So yes, yes to all of that, and I'm very excited to look through their new horror stuff. I did the like trial thing of Shudder, which is like just a horror movie service. They've got some really good stuff on there, not enough really good stuff for me to like continue to pay for it. Fun, silly comedies. Back to the Future could be fun. That's okay. I'm gonna put that on my little. I have 1,000 writing utensils, 14 notebooks, and 2 computers where I could take notes, and yet I am completely stymied as to where to put this list. Looks back at Young Justice Outsiders paused on TV. Oh dear, horror movies, my nemesis genre. Yes, yes. All right, let's see. Okay. I'm going to use this and say back to the, wait, let's see. Watch party suggestions, Back to the Future. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, fuck capitalism. Oh wait, you said the other thing. I mean, look, both of them. Both, all, ¿por qué no los dos? No, well, Amazon knows me. I'm seeing a lot of thriller and horror things being suggested for me. Why can I not sort via, like, genre? A Fish Called Wanda. Multiple one-liners out of that one. I haven't seen that one in a while. Also, Wanda is the name of our ship in our Burn Bright game, and so that's all I can think of. A ship called Wanda. So yes, it's, oh yeah, it's all like, I can write and save this info 7 places, but which of those places will be at next when I need that information? Truly. Can we please do brunch and we can actually socialize again? In communist Russia, capitalism, screw you. Wait. Yeah, we haven't quite made it there, Brian, although depending on how things go in a few months, it won't be long now. Sorry, that was dark and pessimistic. I apologize. All right, seriously, I can't... Aha, comedy movies. Interesting. The very first movie in my list of comedy movies is Cabin in the Woods, which, while I will agree, definitely has some funny moments, I would not categorize primarily as a... as a comedy, but okay. That's pandemic. The only thing that screwed me for months is the poor leadership of this administration. Yes, though. Netflix has no chill regarding its own categorization system. Truly. Sounds like the Burn Bright ship needs an aquarium, but what to stock it with? Well, we've already, we have Wanda is now part biological, because she got fucked up by a space kraken, and so we had to repair her using some organic material from another species spaceship. It's actually pretty cool. All right, what else is on? Nope, definitely not watching that movie. A fridge filled with corpses for Atash. Yes. Yes, they are on board with that. I hate it when that happens. I'm liking the Back to the Future suggestion for us, I think. I'm going to keep scrolling through. I finally found a way to categorize by comedy, but I'm liking that suggestion. So that may be what we do. Also, Cabin in the Woods is the most egregious example, but there are several movies in this comedy list that are... I don't know that I would categorize them as comedies, but live your life, Amazon. Oh, I haven't heard of half of these either, and we are definitely not watching a movie that I have not seen before, because my luck, it will be deep. It'll end up being deeply, like, homophobic and racist and classist or some nonsense. My luck. So, no thank you. Gonna watch something that I've seen. Prime clearly has a lot of options on your opinions on your sense of humor. Yes, yes. Well, I'm not sure it really knows my comedy tastes that well, which is fair enough considering I've mostly watched horrifying movies on Prime. But the Hungover Games. Okay. I feel like I have scrolled I feel like I'm on like page 2 or 3 of your Google results. I have scrolled past where anyone would ever want to be. But it's okay. We're going to keep looking. We're going to keep scrolling. That's just a Bollywood movie. I mean, I'm sure it's very funny, but like, okay. I do love a good Bollywood movie, I have to tell you. Fascinating. Okay, well, Fanged Up feels like it's probably not a comedy. But maybe, who's to say? You know what? Maybe I just don't. Maybe I don't know what comedy is. Maybe I don't know what's funny anymore. 2020. Oh, goodness. All right, well, I'm going to keep casually scrolling, but I do think Back to the Future seems like a good... No, you do. Netflix doesn't. Yeah, well, that's fair. Perhaps it is. Netflix, though... Prime seems... Well, I don't know that it's doing a better job, but at least it's not quite as egregious as some of the stuff on Netflix. Horror comedies are a thing. They're mostly neither funny nor scary, but they are often attempted. Yeah, that's true. That's totally fair. I am seeing a lot of movies that are titled in Hindi, which is very cool. I don't know what most of them are called because they aren't translated, it seems, but that's okay. Sugar Mamas? Okay. I think I've scrolled past this movie 3 times now. Anyway. Alright, enough of that. That's getting boring. I think probably Back to the Future is a good bet. So yeah, maybe next Friday? I don't know. I really like playing God of War, but I don't know, it doesn't fulfill me. Ooh, Knight's Tale might be good. I haven't seen that in a long time. That's fun. Put that on the list. Playing God of War is super fun, but it doesn't fulfill me like playing Dragon Age does. Like, there's just something... I don't know. It doesn't excite me quite as much as Dragon Age. I really enjoyed doing it. I love the crew that we have that comes to watch God of War on Friday nights. But I also just really enjoy time to, like, socialize with y'all like this. So maybe keep an eye on the Twitter. I will let you all know by like midweek next week, but maybe next week we'll do a Back to the Future 1 watch party on Friday night, or a movie watch party. Sorry, we'll do a vote because Knight's Tale also sounds like a lot of fun. But a watch party, some sort of comedy watch party next Friday evening. That sounds delightful. I'm gonna sleep on it, but I think that's probably gonna be the plan. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Yeah. Excellent. What is this? The downside of not constantly being completely engaged in a game and then switching to chat every now and again as soon as I can is that I'm getting very distracted by all of the notifications that I inevitably start getting as soon as I go live. I will be with you in spirit. Oh, well, you know, we'll do it. If we end up doing Back to the Future, we probably have 3 weeks of it, so, honestly. Because, completionist that I am, I can't not get through the whole trilogy. Hello. Oh, goodness. Does anyone else have good news to share? Welcome, new folks. Looks like we've got some more new folks in the channel. I'm Eugenio, DM Jazzy Hands. Welcome in. Happy to have you here. Happy Friday. You have made it. Cheers. It being 2020 and all, I'm trying to get out of the habit of asking people how they are. So instead I ask, what good news or fun stories or exciting things do you have to share with us? You're more than welcome to lurk in the chat and just hang out while the rest of us goofballs chat. But of course, we'd love to hear from you. If you've got fun stuff, good news, fun things to share, please feel free. Lurk. Alrighty. I'm sure we'll see you again. Shalrath, thank you for the follow. I super appreciate that. It's good times. Oh, I have a button for that, and I always forget to use it. Thank you. Brian, let's see. I yelled at all of gaming on Twitter. That feels like an accomplishment, Brian. I yelled at all of gaming. Oh, goodness. Now I'm curious what you were yelling at all of gaming on Twitter, so I'm gonna take a little look. I won't bring it up because we don't, unless you want to, but oh, cool. Okay, got it. I now see. Oh no, I made poor choices. There we go. I have screeds. I can't help it. Look, better out than in. Exactly. Exactly. It's a Brian thing. It's what we do. I love that. You know what? I support you. Better than if you have gaming screeds and knowledge screeds and history screeds. I support that. Those are good screeds. Informative, educational screeds. Also, I just really like the word screed, which you may have guessed, considering how many times I just said it. What a delight. My goodness, where has the time gone? We've been on for almost 2 hours, and you're all so delightful. I told Sam, I was like, oh, it'll probably be an hour, and no one will show up, and I'll get bored, and we'll stop. You're all the best, and I'm very happy to have you all here. Well, hi, Karin. Very glad to have a reason to stop doing homework and come visit. Welcome. Congratulations on your first week of classes, second week of classes. Congratulations on getting through it. Happy Friday. Congrats. You made it. Casey Nilo is one of the players in my podcast. Very happy to have her join us for a bit. Last night was about the etymology of the word phylactery. Yeah, that's what I was just... Monday night was about ableism in D&D. Really just sort of bouncing all over the place. I love that. Yeah, the phylactery thread was the one I was having a peep at just now. Fascinating stuff. I think I sort of somewhere in my brain knew that there were religious connotations, but I did not know it nearly in that much detail. So it's very cool. Very, very cool. Karin, how was the first week of class? How did it go? Our thing here is that we don't ask how are you, but what joyous news do you have to share? So you're welcome to also share that with us. Speaking of that, Brian, I know a Brian. What's up with that? Which is the correct one? Oh no. Oh. This feels like a battle that I'm not ready. I'm not ready for. I'm just not. Yes, Brian? Is the correct one. Urban Bohemian is the correct one generally, but the Brian in the room is always correct. That is a great way to deal with that. Well, whatever's in the room is correct. Well, next week is technically the first week. This is all the pre-first week homework. But I had many orientation activities this week, which were okay. Okay. I had someone in the chat the other day, I guess it was yesterday, who was talking about just having finished their second week. I don't know when school starts anymore. It's been a very long time since I was in school. But okay, we love pre-first week homework. That feels like high school summer reading. And I assume for your program, are all classes online? I'm so fascinated by that whole thing. Godspeed. But that's all very exciting. I'm very happy and for you and proud of you to be going back and doing the school thing again. Very exciting. Have you ever run a horror one-shot? Yes, I have. Well, yeah, no, I think it can be done as a one-shot. I've done it as a one-shot before. I do. My very first product on the DMs Guild is a horror one-shot. I think it's like Spoopy Plus. I think it can be spooky if you run it in that way. There are definitely spooky elements. But yes, first of all, I love me a good horror story. And yeah, so my first published adventure on the DMs Guild is a horror one-shot. I was that nerd who loved summer reading. Now, look, I did enjoy most of my summer reading. It was then the assignments that we had to do thereafter that I wasn't a huge fan of. A mix of in-person and online, which seems crazy to me. Okay, please be careful. I'll keep you posted on how that goes. Yes, please do. And Spoopy, yes, you introduced me to Spoopy, I think, or brought it to my attention, I should say. I ran some semi-surprise horror D&D on Wednesday for Jaspers. What a way to put that. What a way to phrase that. Semi-surprise horror. Okay. We love it when they decide to drag race on the little street that goes next to the park that I live by. No one's impressed. Bye. Oops, all horror. I checked in with players for themes early. Yes, of course. Sure. Yeah, who else? Who else has done horror adventures and enjoys horror adventures? Obviously, Fluffy and I are both running campaigns of Curse of Strahd right now, which is, well, theoretically supposed to be horror. Sometimes our game is scary. Sometimes. Psychological ones, yeah. Hunting in Brenton is definitely just like a straight-up haunted house. There's not a whole lot of psychology behind that one. Strahd is a laugh. Well, this is the way we play it. Dragon, welcome back. I ran the Haunted and Haunted 2 modules. Ooh, from DM's Guild. Nice. I did a horror one-shot with Dread before. That was a lot of fun. Did a Dead Space sort of thing with it. Ooh, that's fun. Yeah, space horror is excellent. Event Horizon. My players didn't know what to do with Baba Yaga. Oh, that's right. I forgot you had that season finale with Baba Yaga. I'm looking real forward to Ram of the Frost Maiden, which, yeah, it's the thing, the Mountains of Madness just waiting for you. I am so excited. I gotta find somebody who wants me to run it, streamed or otherwise. I cannot wait. To be fair, it's Baba Yaga. Well, that's a fair point. Lighthearted comedy horror RPG, Paranoia. All right. Strahd is Scooby-Doo. It is with you, with this group, not you specifically, although Scylla is quite Scooby-Doo, but that crew. I would love a 5e urban arcana that leaned deeper into the skill system tangent. Oh, but the way I played her was different. Baba Yaga, yeah. Yes. Oh, I do love a horror game. I'm so excited for Rime of the Frost Maiden. I really am. And for Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. What the fuck's that book called? I've been looking at the stuff about it all day, and I can't remember now. I got it. Oh, yay! Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. Robo V was DMing a game set in the Margrave, and her players encountered Baba Yaga. Just call it Tasha's. I mean, yes, but I wanted to say the full name once. Feel, like I knew what the hell I was talking about. Stefan voice. This cauldron has everything. I did that the other day. What did I... Oh, I don't remember. It was going to be funny, and then I ruined it because I can't remember what my joke was. Anyway. Yes, I'm excited about that, too. Love some new player options, new things. But yeah, I'm very excited for Rime of the Frost Maiden. Celeste and I were talking about it yesterday, about how she really wants to find a place to run it to. And I was like, oh, Celeste, don't do that to me, because I really want to run it, but also, I really want to play in it if you're going to run it. Ugh. Slab's Cauldron. This baby can fit. Nah, forget it. No one ever gets my Stefan jokes on Zoom calls. Clearly you're on Zoom calls with the wrong people then, Brian. That is blasphemous. I want to play Rhymes so badly. Yep. Hard same. Never use your best material on normies. That's real. That is a real thing. Yes. I want to run it. Oh, now see, I want to play it with you running too. Yes, I want to play in all of your games of Rime of the Frost Maiden, and then also run my own game. So, you can catch it on Cobalt Press YouTube. Oh yeah, yes. I'm getting the platinum box for Rime, and I'm so excited. Oh, that sounds amazing. I stand Stefan. Yes. Everyone can't run and play everything. Pace yourself. I know. This is okay. What I'm about to say is terrible. It's not that bad, but like it's a little unkind. For a long time, I had very little to no interest in being a player because do you know what I've realized in the years since is that almost everyone that I played with who took a turn DMing was not super into having to having to DM, and I could feel that, and I guess I just was like, oh, being a player just isn't as fun. I want to DM everything. So I did and have, and like I have run at least part of every published adventure since 5e came out, and I've loved it, and I want to continue doing that because I love DMing and I love being the narrator and sort of the guide for the stories that the players tell. I love it. But I have gotten in the last, I don't know, 9 to 18 months, gotten to play with some fucking phenomenal DMs and gotten to know some others that I'm still itching to play with. And now I also want to play with everybody. It's terrible. There's just not enough time. But you're one of my favorite DMs. Well, that's very, very sweet of you. And I do love DMing, and I do have no intention of slowing down on DMing, for sure. No intention whatsoever. But, like, do I want to play in Dan's Game of Frost Maiden? Yes. Do I want to play in Celeste's Game of Frost Maiden? Yes. So, you know. Do I love going to BB's place? Yes. Yes, I do. I love all of those things very, very much. Goodness. What a fun hobby we all have. And what a fun community we get to play it with. Everyone have a wonderful weekend. I'm going to bounce for the night, sending all the love to everyone. Fluffy, have a wonderful night. Give my love to the pupper. And I will keep an eye on the GoFundMe and pass that along. In case you are not aware, I'll do my little Fluffy shout out again. Go check out Fluffy on Twitter. First of all, she's awesome, and she will be running a game of Curse of Strahd tomorrow, streamed, if you want to go check that out. But also, check out Fluffy's Twitter if you feel so inclined. Her pupper has some serious medical issues, and the bills are hitting hard. And so she has a GoFundMe live. She and I both know times is hard, and so if you are unable to contribute to the GoFundMe, absolutely no shame in that whatsoever. But she's been a great part of my community since I started streaming, and so we want to take care of her pupper however we can. So if you are so inclined and if you are able, you can check out her Twitter. The link to the GoFundMe, I think, is on her pinned tweet. So I am ages since my last regular game, and the itch is real, right? I mean, I am lucky enough to, at the very least, I have several regular games going right now. I'm very fortunate in that regard. But even if that were not the case, I am fortunate to have the podcast because it forces me to play at least 4 hours a month, right, to get episodes recorded. So that's been nice. I am spoiled in that way for sure. An embarrassment of riches. In terms of my gaming schedule, I'm very lucky. Very lucky. And I wish I could bring you all into a game and satisfy all of your gaming desires, but well, maybe not all of them. I don't know what all of your. Never mind. It doesn't matter. Oh, it's warm in here. I don't want to turn the fan on though. It's fine. It's fine. Miss Elliot has sent me a friend request on Facebook. All right, I'll deal with that later. See, I keep getting distracted because usually I can't look at the notifications while I'm streaming, but I don't have to keep my eye on Meist and her party of whoever's in the party at the moment. That's sort of fun. If the light is right, you can see through the can. It's like magic. Magic. Well, that's empty. Oh, goodness. This has been a delight. You're also delightful. I truly was like, no one's going to show up in 45 minutes. I'm going to go off the air because meh. But this has been such a wonderful Friday night. In the before times, yes, there is BCE, CE, and CE is broken up into BT and AT. BT and AC, AP, it doesn't matter. This joke is not going anywhere. I had 90+ minute commute and 2 small kids. One day in the future, I shall again be able to game properly. Yes, exactly. Definitely. Definitely to the now. No, thank you. Yes, this has been wonderful. I'm not quite done yet. I am getting a little warm, so I'm not gonna be forever. But I'm not in any hurry to run away if you all aren't. And of course, if you are, feel free. You're not captive here. My boyfriend is the only captive audience who has to listen to me talk all the time. Oh, you know what? Yes, why not? Yes to this text message that I just received. Yes, please. Send that. Ta-da! What else? I don't know. What else is on y'all's mind? What other fun, good stories do you have? Questions? Poor Sam, truly. But I feel like... Oh, there's so many jokes I could make here, and I'm gonna refrain from making any of them. Anyway. This miraculous human being. Look what I have. I have another. Because he's the best. Y'all, get you someone who brings you drinks while you're streaming and chatting with your friends. I have not played Fall Guys yet. And I've had several people tell me that I would really enjoy it. And actually, story consultant Robert told me that Sam and I would really enjoy playing it. But I have also heard that it is a bit of a friend destroyer. So I'm nervous. Because I have been known, on occasion, to get a little competitive. So, would a Sphinx Tressum have bear-plucked chicken wings? Or Phantom Roll Booth? Welcome in! Hi, y'all! Goodness, it has been a minute. Thanks so much for the follow and welcome in. Happy to have y'all join us this evening. Would a Sphinx Tressum have bear-plucked chicken wings? Or, like, bat wings and can fly just fine? Interesting. Butterfly wings. Sphinx Tressum. I feel like it would probably have bat wings. Yeah, I have to agree with V. I think it would be bat wings. V and Robo. Yep. Unexpected, but I'll allow it. No, okay, wait. What if... trying to think what odd creature should have... I'm way into Archie with Batwings. Oh, yes. Halloween costume every year for the rest of eternity. I'm trying to think of what weird combination of creatures would look particularly fabulous with bat wings. I mean, with butterfly wings. I mean, anything, really, let's be honest. Oh, wait, speaking of, I don't know if I'm using it. I am tempting fate here by trying this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Let's see. If the stream goes down... No, it won't be that bad, but I'm a little nervous trying this, but it'll amuse me anyway, and... Zagara with butterfly wings is the best answer I could have possibly ever wanted. Yes, that is correct. For those of you who are not familiar with The Last Refuge, Zagara is a moss lurker, as seen in Kobold Press's Tome of Beasts, who befriended the party, is the arch nemesis of the party. Unclear. Depends on your... rip Zagara. But yes, a moss lurker Zagara with butterfly wings is perfect. Mossy little flightless wings. Befriended. Yes, exactly. Wait, I was going to put wings on, and now I can't find them. Because I don't really remember where I saw them last. I'll find them. Anyway. No, not on my face. Ah, here they are. Oh, no. Oh, there we go. Majestic. Look at me go. And Oh, they move with my head. That's right. They move with my... Oh, but I have to go this way. Okay, so we go like this. And then like the... Yeah, look at him go. Oh, this requires more coordination than I was prepared for. Also, you can't really see them because they're getting edited out, but they're very cool. Okay, I'm taking them off now because I feel silly. A purple worm with massive tri-colored butterfly wings. Yes. Befriended through poisons. Yes, that is accurate. You know. I wasn't specific. Oh, goodness. I really like that purple worm idea. A llama with butterfly wings. Oh, I missed that one, Popcorn Lizard. Wait. Let me think about it for a minute. Yes, that's fantastic. But I think the llama... I think the purple worm and the llama, for very different aesthetic reasons, have really big butterfly wings. And I think Zagara has tiny, tiny little butterfly wings that probably don't actually work, like flightless, like Dan said. Need those when playing Carnival Row RPG. Ooh, llama might be more moth wings. Oh, sure. I could see that. What about the flip side? What animal's limbs would you want to put on a butterfly body? That is the stuff of nightmares before we even decide what animal, and I can't wait to see what people say. Raccoon, but flies like chickens. Ooh, I don't know why that tickled me so much, but it did. Ettercap with butterfly wings is good. Giraffe. Is that like giraffe limbs on a butterfly body? Because yes. Giraffe legs, butterfly body. Yes. Now here's a question. Are they giraffe legs that are like obviously very long but generally scaled for a butterfly body, or is the butterfly body scaled to normal sized giraffe legs? Octopus arms, equally horrifying. Is it their proboscis? Is it their octopus arms? Who knows? If you get close enough to find out, you're gonna have to make a wisdom saving throw to, you know, not freak out. Oh, I know the answer to that. Nope. That's fantastic. I love that a whole lot. If it's normal sized butterfly body and giraffe legs, what you're really getting is just a horrific stampede of nearly bodiless legs. I couldn't figure out how to make it work, but who cares? Yes, it is giraffe legs, and they're all somehow, like, they just sort of, at the top of them, they just sort of into the butterfly body. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. It'd look like a bunch of tent poles running around. Hooved tent poles. Hooved. There you go, Karin. There's a hooved for you. Who thought we'd get there tonight? But fiddler crab. So like one big honking claw and one itty bitty claw. And the butterfly wing. Yes. Oh, that's another question. Does the butterfly still have wings also? I feel like it does, right? The giraffe-legged, butterfly-bodied, right? It's a herd of daddy long legs. Oh, this is the stuff of nightmare. Somebody stat it up for D&D. I love it. Of course it has wings. Yeah, sorry. I'm so sorry. That was a really silly question of me. You're absolutely right. Of course it has wings. Oh, I love it so much. I think it's in Creature Codex. Shut up. No, it's not. Look at me. Well, okay, half is generous. A third believe you. V, where's the big stompy tree truck spider from? Oh, that is in Creature Codex. I do know what you're talking about. Wait, I have no idea what folder my Creature Codex PDF is in. I think it's maybe in... Is it in here? 5e resource? No, source books. Nope, source books. Legs descending out of the mist. Stephen King would like that idea. I love it. I hate it. Okay, Kobold Press, Creature Codex. Good one to run. Okay, I'm going to find it. I'm not going to share the stat block because go get the Creature Codex. It's an awesome book, but I am going to find it and show you all the art if my reader will cooperate. Here we go. Okay, do we know what the actual name of this creature is? I know what you're talking about, but I cannot remember what it's actually cool. TM Jazzy's Monster Manual sounds amazing, right? Oh, no. Oh, don't do that. Don't tempt me with your dark ideas. Oh, excuse me. Where's my Streamlabs? Gerg, I'm trying to recall. I'm going to start flipping through. Dan will probably remember what it's called. Giant something, maybe? And I'm just going to flip through because the art in this thing is fun to look at anyway, so... nope, but that's a cool looking creature. I sure don't. Oh, all right. I mean, that's okay. No shame. None of the rest of us remember either. Nope, these are angels, and I'm pretty sure it's not an angel. Animal Lords. Ooh. I almost used that in the last refuge, and then I was like, they'll die. Baba Yaga's teeth. Excuse me, Baba Yaga's dentures. Bookkeeper. I don't have a great handle on the CST monsters that I didn't work on. Slowly pull sheet. Oh, and why would you get that sheet off of your hand? Why would you? I was just giving you grief. Here it is. Is it the Child of Yggdrasil? Is that what you're talking about? DM Jazzy's Monster Manual. True, good idea. But thinking we should shorten it to Jazzman in conversation. Don't think so. No. I mean, this is a big tree with legs, but that's not what we're looking for. No. V says no. Demon Lords. I remember playtesting some of these. Oh my god, the Demon Lord Rangda. She was real broke. The playtest version that I initially got was real broken. But happily, they heard my and presumably lots of other people's feedback about her. Okay, now we're on to Darrow. It was towards the front of the book. Think tarantula tree with legs. Yeah, I can kind of sort of see it in my mind's eye, but it was never one that I was gonna use, so it didn't stick. It hasn't. Basically, what I'm saying is it hasn't been on the last refuge, so it didn't stick in my brain. Okay, these are on Dragonborns and Drakes. It's not a Drake. I would rather not think that, thank you. The Tree Hut. I'm not there yet. Now we're on Elves. Far Wanderer. Oh, goodness. I haven't looked through this book in a long time. There's all kinds of great stuff. Oh! Nope. Fragrite. No, but that one is also horrifying with lots of legs. Ghost of Lang. Super creepy. Goliath long legs. Oh, I was so close. I'm on ghouls. It's just harder to flip through on a PDF. Come on, I'm almost there. Goliath long legs. There it is. Yep. All right, let's get this gorgeous piece of horror up on our screen. So let's see. I'm gonna do this so that you all don't have to. That was a lovely walkthrough. Flipping through the codex again. There's so many phenomenal things in there. Where is... Okay, let's use this, and we're gonna switch from Man-Bat to... Oh no. Crap-a-doodle. I'm doing the wrong thing. Window capture. Let's call this... Alright, I love that book. It's such a good book. This one. Okay, now I just need to crop... Yes, that's what I want. Just need to crop a little bit so that we're only seeing this phenomenal art for the Goliath long legs. Alright, here... Oops. Alright, here he comes. Here he comes. There he is, folks. Exploding toads. Yes, I loved my exploding toad adventure. I had such fun with him. There's our Goliath longlegs, which is distinctly less delightful than Phantom Rollbooth's giraffe-legged butterfly. But you know, they are native to BBs. Oh, exploding toads. I thought you meant the Goliath longlegs, and I was like, wait, really? Because I've never seen one there, and I don't think I ever want to. But yes, the exploding toads. There's our phenomenal Goliath. Oh, nope. All right, I'll leave it up for a few more moments in case anyone who is lurking needs to hop back and look at the screen and see what we're talking about, and then I'll take that horror show away. And with that horrifying image seared into my mind forever, I must get back to work. Lovely that hanging with you all. Thanks so much for stopping by, Karin. I super appreciate it. Good luck with the homework, and I'll see you in a couple of days. We're recording some episodes in a couple of days, so talk to you soon. Good night, friend. No, I put the Goliath in the Margrave. Yep, absolutely. Pip is adamant that we don't go into the forest. Longlegs, don't you know? Yes. Okay. No. I just want it to... No. Oh, this is terrible. There we go. Okay. The long legs can go away now. I will share some of the stats of that thing. Just enough to say it is a CR7 monster. I would love to, zoom in so I can actually... Here we go. Read some of this stuff. It's a monstrosity, CR7. It is very good at camouflaging and making its legs look like trees. And, don't get caught up in its paralytic web. How's that? Kind of off topic, but I would love a face mask with a beholder on it. Yes. Ooh, I love that. There's got to be some Etsy store that's doing something like that, right? Great during long rest. Oh my goodness, yes. Also cruel, and I love it. Yes, what a good book. What a good book. Just saying. Yes, Dragon Gem, I want that face mask. Yes. I've seen some really great and clever masks lately, but a beholder one. Yes. Just an eye, and then maybe... Yeah. It camps between its legs. That's horrifying. If you ever find one, I'll let you know. Great. Fantastic. We got face masks with the Hydra 74 Monster Manual cover. Oh, that blue beholder. Yeah. That's awesome. It sounds exactly... Oh. You get a ding. I really got to attach a sounds to that. I am learning. And by learning, I mean I am experimenting and seeing what works and what doesn't. But anyway, that sounds awesome, Dan. I love those. All three of those covers. Hydra 74 core covers. Who did the Tasha... That's not Hydra's work, the Tasha special edition cover. But I love it. I love that style. I feel like I've seen that style before. It looks like an artist that I recognize, but I might be just talking out my butt. Oh, I closed that, did I? No, oh well. Wiley Beckert. All right, now I gotta Google Wiley Beckert, see if I have in fact seen their stuff. Oh, cool. How cool. They've got some awesome stuff. It all looks sort of, the style is vaguely familiar to me. I don't know that I've actually seen their stuff, but very cool. Very, very cool. And a nice little change of pace for the special edition cover, you know? I like it. I like it. Is, Frostmaiden's got a special edition cover as well, right? Let's see. Oh, yeah, with the owlbear with horns. That's right. Yeah. Did the cover of Dragon Plus 33. Yeah, this one is definitely a Hydro. Cool. I was sad that my one-shot for the D&D block party, I had an owlbear with goat horns in it, but it didn't get as much play because we were busy drawing cards from the deck of many things every 35 seconds. I'm very grateful because every time we drew it meant somebody had donated a lot of money to the Trevor Project. But God, we drew a lot of cards in a 3-hour game. Arl's Cold Crone form. Ooh, yeah, that was your whole session. It was my whole session. It was hilarious, but it was my whole session. I don't know why, and I sort of, I should have known that was going to happen. I don't know why I planned as much as I did for that goofy game. We had a blast, and I didn't. None of it mattered. Oh, it was a good time. 'Twas a good time. That and Kelly bantering with sentient rings. I was so sure that I had gotten out of talking to myself via NPCs. I was wrong. I was wrong. Oh, ow. There we go. Ouch. Oh my goodness. What a delight. Oh, I can't, every time that little message from Streamlabs comes up, giving credit for this art around, nope, this way. This art, this art around me. I can't wait to show off the 3 new pieces. Well, I can't wait to see the other 2 pieces that we haven't received yet. But then, once I've seen them, I can't wait to show off the 3 new pieces of Last Refuge art. Hopefully, they will all get announced on Tuesday. Fingers crossed. Hey, Deej, how are you? Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Happy to have you with us. I'm still so bummed that I'm not going to be able to sign up for anything during D&D Celebration. I should really look at that more. Oh, it got announced and I was doing a million things that day, and then I really need to look at that schedule again. Side note, there was a Twitter thread today with a band name but replaced one word with a D&D monster went around. Depeche Modron. Y'all. Yes. What's up, Madudorino? Hanging out. Congrats. Happy Friday. Cheers. Oh, well, that time you got to see what I was drinking. Glad to have you with us. Hope that you're well. If you have good news to share with us, that's my new how are you, because that's a loaded question in 2020. So instead, do you have good news to share? Do you have happy tidings to share with us? Yeah, we've had a good time. We have talked about all kinds of things, about our the origins of our screen names to our alternate screen names based on the formula that Dragon Gem used to come up with theirs. It's like a who's who of good beans in here, right? How did I get so lucky? What an awesome group of folks who've decided to come hang out on a Friday night. I'm not even playing a game. Yeah, we've been all over the map tonight. It's been good. It's been very good. I had a question for you all that was going to spur a riveting conversation, and now I don't remember what it was. I don't know. It'll come to me if it was actually any good. Like knows like. Oh, well, thanks. I wanted to push a button, so I pushed the thank you button. I wish they bounced around a little bit more. Wait, I have one version of my emote wall has them bounce. Oh, I gotta do that on the Streamlabs website, don't I? I thought, though, that I had them. Whatever, it doesn't matter that much. Yeah, it's fine. I was just popping around, and you were in my I was in your recommended. Goodness, I didn't even know you streamed on your own. I was expected to be crashing a TTRPG stream. No, I do. I started. Well, actually, to be honest, I really started sort of doing my own thing regularly when theater no longer existed. So I do 2 days a week in the afternoons. I stream Dragon Age 2. And then Friday nights I usually do God of War, but I didn't feel like it tonight. I didn't want to move my setup into the other room where the PS4 is, and but I wanted to hang out, so we decided to do it just chatting. But I'm glad on your recommended. I feel so fancy. But anyway, I'm glad you popped in. I'm very happy to see you here. Wait, Dan Dillon, how about Metallic Chimera? Okay, is this our new thing that we want to play? Because I'm all about it. A band name, but replace one word with a D&D monster. So far we have Depeche Modron and now Metallic Chimera, which I kind of love. Oh, I'm not going to be good at this, but I can't wait to hear what you all come up with. I'm going to be very bad at it, in fact. I'll allow it. Earth, Wind, and Fire Elemental. Yes, yes. Metallic Catobl... Oh, that's a good monster. Yeah, he's clearly superior. I think they are both excellent in their way. This screen has got to go away. I love those. Yep, that's for sure good. My favorite I saw was Marit 5. Yes, that's so good. Okay, wait. Smashing Owlbears. Okay, I had a tweak on the game, but you all are really good at this, so I'm not going to stop you. Mega Death Slod. Yes. Okay, I'm still going to do, if you all have your own versions, by all means, but I'm going to do my own version. I'm going to randomly go through the monsters on D&D Beyond, I'm going to just like click a page. Oh no, you know what I'm going to do? Where's my D20? Okay. Cuz like we play games here. Okay, so page 13. And on page 13, the bottom one. Okay. So somebody come up, let's see, the Giant Eagles, sure. I mean, okay. Death Slod for Cutie. Oh, that's a very good one. I really like Death Slod for Cutie. Okay, someone come up with... Oh, okay, that's not a good one because it's an NPC name, so we're not going to do that one. Okay, someone... You all continue to toss in your ideas because they're all great. Rolling Stone Giants, I love it. Someone come up with a version of this using the monster Cloaker. I want to hear some Cloaker band names, and we'll do a couple of these this way too. But if you have other ideas that aren't Cloakers, please, by all means, I'm loving this. This has rolled a 5 like 4 times. I'm done with this die. Get my very cute Last Refuge dice bag, knit dice bag. That, nope, turn it this way. That one of the players on the show knit for the whole cast. Isn't that cute? Isn't that adorable? Uncle Cloaker, yes, love that. That's really good. ACD Centaur, yep. Well, there it is. Yeah, Uncle Cloaker is definitely... All right, we've got that one. Let's find a new one. All right, oh, that's better. Okay, so page 12. And which one on page 12? Okay. Okay, well, I don't want to do a C, though. We're going to do... We'll double 12. We'll go to page 24. Let's see. Oh, this is taking too long. We'll do page 18 because I'm bored. Okay, so now something with Deva. With that angelic form, Deva. Yeah, you all are way better at this than I am, so Deva. Oh, is that just Devo? It's just Deva. Is that the whole thing? Is that the joke? Is that all of it? Deva Matthews Band. That's better. I actually really like that one. Deva Matthews Band. Yeah, that's good. Cheating the Foo Fighter Mage Thieves. That's fantastic, too. All right, now I'm just clicking. Cloak is an actual metal band. No way! Well, that does feel like cheating then. So apparently the actual answer is that any D&D monster can just be your rock band name. Is actually what we're learning here. How about something with Flame Skull? Do something with Flame Skull? God, I'm bad at this. And that's super freeing because I don't give a shit that I'm bad at it because y'all are so good at it. Flame Skull. It can't be Earth, Wind, and Flame Skull. We've already done Earth, Wind, and Fire Elemental. Ooh, Red Hot Flame Skulls. That's fun. Red Hot Flame Skull, Flame Hot Flame Skull. No, just Red Hot Flame Skulls. Yeah, that's what it is. That's excellent. All right, let's go forward a few more. We'll do 1 or 2 more of these because I'm really enjoying this. No, let's get out of the giant animal area. Let's do a few more clicks. Okay, how about they might be storm giants. Yes, Slot in the Family Stone. Ooh, that's a good one. Flumps and Roses needs to get invited to D&D Live next year. I don't know who they are, but they're amazing and I want to hear them play. That's fantastic. 9-inch Flame Skulls. Oh, I like that one too. I went with Sly and the Family Stone Golem. Oh, I forgot that we had that one. Yeah. Oh, those are so good. Okay, wait, let's see. Grick. Give me one with Grick. I need some water instead of all of this hard cider. A hard seltzer. Words are hard. Also hella solid. Something with Grick Astley. Somehow, we just rickrolled ourselves. That's amazing. Cheap Grick is also good. Also very good. I'm going to find a really good one for our last one. And the game is over. Yeah, you're right. Maybe we should end on Grick Astley. That feels like both the winner and also rock bottom. You're right. You're right. End on a high/low note. You're right. I love it. What a good game. That was fun. Trying to think what else I can... The Dixie Gricks is also very good. Although they're not... They're just the chicks now, right? I think they dropped the Dixie part of their name. The puns are strong in my family. Really good. They did, yeah. Really good. Oh, you're all so creative. Gonna have to call all of you up next time I need to name a tavern or something in one of my games. The Gricks doesn't quite have the same... It doesn't, weirdly enough. Gee, I wonder why that is. Oh my goodness. What a delightful evening. If you weren't here earlier, we talked about how do you name your places, though. Ugh, it depends. I'm not very... So character names, person names, I am terrible at coming up on the fly. Terrible. Also terrible at remembering once I've come up with them. Fleetwood Flumph. Yes. I think I want to see a crossover album with Fleetwood Flumph and Flumps and Roses. So people names I'm awful at. Yes, and that's exactly what I was going to say is for a while I used Fantasy Name Generator, but that kind of got a little bit rote. So the Xanathar's name tables are very useful to me. Use a lot of anagrams. That's actually what I've started doing with some of the Xanathar's names is I'll either anagram them or I'll take syllables from a couple of different names and put them together. Bunch of places I made for Season 2 of our campaign I based on little pass-through cities I logged on the drive to Gen Con. Oh, that's clever. Yeah, Lord knows, there's plenty of tiny little weird named places all over the world, and this country in particular, for sure. That's clever. I like that. There was an episode of Last Refuge recently where the crew sort of, I guess, went shopping is really what they did, although it wasn't quite framed that way. But I like... Of course, and I don't know why I wasn't ready for it, but of course one of my players, as they walked up to the first store, asked me, what's it called? And I was not ready for it. So I did a Google search, and there's a Reddit thread from like years ago of like funny fantasy shop names. So I stole a bunch of those. Buttsville. There it is, folks. Buttsville. Buttsville? Where are you from? I'm from Buttsville. Buttsville, North Carolina. I know that's not where you are, but since I did it with that accent. Huntsville, Merville, and Buttsville. If you're from the South, you can't really say the whole Ville. It's just Vol. VL. There's a random ship name generator in the Ghost of Saltmarsh that can work for taverns pretty well. Oh, really? God, I've gone... Well, I guess I somehow have missed that in that book every time I've gone through it. For naming NPCs, I usually define two main characteristics that are really pronounced in the character, translate them to a different language, and then make a name that sounds somewhat familiar. I have done that for a bunch of my PCs. I used to do that all the time. I had a Ratfolk witch who had a familiar whose name was Shield in Old Gaelic. And stuff like that. So yeah, I'm totally on board for that, Deej. I love that. Buttsville. It's in the valley. Oh god damn it, Brian. That landed the world tree crew in a ship with a ship called the Sinful Princess. Ooh, yes. I will take a contract on the Sinful Princess. There's a Dixville too, which was on brand for those Chuckle Fox. Oh, that's a good crew. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna be spending some time back down in the southern lands for a little while soon. We'll see how long it takes before I start sliding back into my... You know what? That's not true. I had an accent when I first learned to talk. I grew up my first 3 years of my life in New Orleans. And I had a bit of a New Orleans accent, which I can't even reproduce anymore accurately, to be honest. But then I spent a lot of the rest of my childhood in East Tennessee. I never did really pick up an accent. I think it's, from working in the theater and trying to be a verbal chameleon. You can do accents? That's amazing. Ha ha ha. I love my accent work. I love voices. It's one of the reasons I've enjoyed Atash so much. Atash, my character in the Burnbite game, is a slug creature that inhabits the corpses of other creatures to get shit done. So of course I jumped on that immediately, if for no other reason than every time I inhabit a new body, I can choose a new voice. So that's been super fun. Um, Same, Texas. Yep, there you go. Most folks have a really hard time telling where I'm from, mostly because I'm from all over. Yeah, I think I probably had more of an accent than I realized when I was still a kid growing up in East Tennessee. And then since then, like between voice training and theater work, and also then working on ships for years and having such a multinational crew that I was constantly around. I mean, most folks can, unless I've been around someone from another country for an extended period of time, obviously most folks can guess that I'm from the States, but most folks are relatively surprised when I tell them I grew up in the South. But yeah, I like playing around with my voices and being a verbal comedian. Seem like you have a really defined diction. Yeah, well, voice and speech training will do that. I also remember I was maybe 15 or 16, and I had a series of time where I was doing a ton of shows, both at my community theater and in high school, sort of back to back, and had never had any real formal voice training, and singing training in particular. Completely lost my voice right before we started performances for a big show. And so we sort of medically dealt with that, but then as soon as that was done, I had a couple of my very first ever voice lessons with a voice professor, an opera professor from the University of Tennessee. And obviously I've had a ton of training since then because it is my job and my career and what I went to school for, but I still very much remember some of the changes that voice teacher from the University of Tennessee taught me, just sort of in my everyday speech. And diction was definitely part of it, and also I sounded completely different in high school. I don't even know that I could reproduce it now, but shocker, I know this is going to come as a huge shock to many of you. Hey, Lysander, thank you for the sub. Thank you for the resub. Welcome in. Hi, Greg. Happy to see you here. Thanks for joining the little party. Happy Friday. You made it. Cheers. Greg is the brilliant mind behind Glitter Hearts, the fantastic Powered by the Apocalypse skin of magical girls and superheroes and Power Rangers and TM and all that. But anyway, I live. You've made it. What was I saying? Oh, I sounded completely different because this will come as a shock to many of you, but I am in fact a homosexual. And I was not out in high school. And so to compensate for everything, and I don't even think I did it consciously, but I pitched my voice lower and sort of even just doing it that much sort of hurts, would really sit on my chords and just really sort of in my voice was sort of centered in my throat. And he was like, cool. So you can't talk like that if you want to have a career using your voice, because you are just shredding your chords whenever you speak. And he was like, it is okay for you to pitch your voice at a normal, comfortable timbre, even if that is higher than you think it should be, because otherwise you're going to ruin your voice. And that was sort of one or maybe two things that man taught me that saved my career from a very young age. And I super appreciate that. I have this terrible problem that if I'm around too many people with pronounced accents, I start to pick them up reflexively, like in days. Hard same. Hard same. I mean, I actually didn't know, though. Oh, well, I shouldn't have made such a joke about that, but I am certainly, it is certainly no great secret these days. I am not shy about sharing that, but I tried to do straight voice in school and I failed. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was a thing. I grew up in the South, and I was very fortunate. The town that I grew up in happened to be a little bastion blue bubble in the sea of East Tennessee red. But, I was still in the South. I was still a teenager. I was still, I don't know, was what it was. But yeah, I'll never forget that professor, who was also kind enough to take on some high school kid, whose voice had sort of just finally done its first settling. And truly did, save my career. Well, good for you. It's always good to see people being happy who they are. Yes, and it took me a while, right? I went to college in Chicago, and this is a quite a topic of conversation. If it gets maudlin, I'll run away from it very quickly. But South is tougher than any other places for that. It was, and look, my parents are amazing and are super supportive, and I had really great friends who, like, ultimately didn't give a shit. But it was hard. It was weird. And I went to school in Chicago, and I didn't really do the coming out thing. I went, and I was far away, and there was nobody else from my high school at my university, or maybe actually I think there was like a girl that was 1 year ahead of me. But so I just got there and was like, cool, I'm doing the thing now. Like I was out at school. I didn't come out at school. But so that was weird because I tried so hard to like be cool and cash about it. So I didn't get to, like, I wouldn't allow myself to acknowledge and deal with like all of the shit that comes with like accepting yourself in that way. So it took me a long time. And it took until, you know, I'd moved to New York and learned things about myself that I was not going to learn in college, in that sort of wonderful, supportive, very liberal, but, you know, specific sort of setting. So yeah. And, you know, still learning, honestly. It's coming out to myself in high school in '85, the height of the AIDS crisis, and that messed me up for years. Yeah, I am young enough that the terror of AIDS from the 80s and early 90s is there, but I didn't have, well, actually, that's not true. I didn't have many, like, close friends that, I didn't have a lot of, like, very close contact with it, but I am old enough that, like, it affected me. Still does. The only gay people I saw on TV were dying. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I truly have no concept of what it is like to be not just a young gay person, but like a gay kid now. 'Cause I imagine it is easy for us old fogies, whatever, to be like, oh, it's so much easier now. And I'm sure that is true in some circumstances and to some extent, but like, I don't know, we're not where we should be in anything. So I'm sure it is also difficult, and like everybody's got little film studios and social media shit in their hands at all times. That's a fucking nightmare that I'm glad I didn't have when I was in high school. Shit. When I came out to my parents in the 90s, they were both like, we don't want you to die. Yeah. I came out to my mom in 2003, and my dad a few years after that, although the coming out to my dad was like, he knew, and one day I was home from college for Thanksgiving, and we were sitting on the couch. What a weird story to tell y'all. We have really gone for it tonight. I am sorry. It's fine. But I came home for Thanksgiving one year, and my dad and I were both sitting on the couch, and he was reading the paper, and I was reading a book or something. And he sort of sets the paper down, and my dad's pet name for my brother and I is Moco, which is booger in Spanish. And so he sets the paper down, and he looks at me and goes, "Hey, Moco." And I said, "Yeah, Dad." And he goes, "Are you gay?" And I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Okay." And he picked his paper back up and kept on reading. Anyway, tangent. What I was going to say was, when I came up to my mom in 2003, even in 2003, she still had she didn't phrase it quite as such, but like, that was definitely a thing that she was worried about. And I was worried about. My God. It's never easy, but at least people today have real gay people to talk to about being alive. Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. This is your stream. Apologize for nothing. Nah. Yeah, he was pretty great about it. They were all pretty great about it. My brother sort of did a similar thing. I actively came out to my brother by being like, telling him about a guy that I'd been dating when I was studying abroad for a summer. And so I was like, you know, I was telling something, and his name was Brian, and I sort of, his name was Brian. And I sort of paused, like waiting for a reaction, and my brother just looked at me and went, "Okay, and?" So I'm very, very lucky in that respect. My family's pretty awesome. That seems dope, though. Seems both loving and open at the same time. Yeah, I'm very, very fortunate, and yeah. But even with supportive parents, you know, and even in the early aughts, it was still, you know, please be careful. I don't want you to get sick. I don't, you know, ugh. Anyway. Yeah. yeah, I don't often sort of reflect on that trajectory for myself. But it's been a journey, and I'm very happy about where I am. I didn't care too much. My mom went off the deep edge, and I stopped talking for about a year. I'm so sorry to hear that. Sounds like only a year, so it sounds like she came around, which is great. I just, yeah, I was very lucky, and yeah, I was very lucky. I'm very sorry to hear that, Greg. Um, cool. I'm not. This was good. I'm glad that we had a little moment of, a bit of serious tonight. We've had a great time, and I'm not upset about this conversation. And I love that you all are here for it. I super appreciate you all. It's funny because at my age and my time, they didn't disown me or kick me out, which was like a plus. Yeah, well, silver lining, bright side, I guess. Yeah. Hi, Carl. Welcome in. Or I think I saw your name on the list a little bit earlier, but glad you're here. Yeah. Yeah. And let's be honest, I'm still figuring out who the hell I am. My career didn't start till I turned 30, and that taught me a fuck ton about myself. We don't, maybe this is for another Just Chatting, because we're coming up on 3 hours here, and the Voce is tired even with proper technique. But it really wasn't until I started doing, so for the last 3 years or so, obviously not for the last 6 months, because theater hasn't existed for the last 6 months, but since I turned 30, my career in theater has been pretty much exclusively either being on team music for productions of In the Heights, or playing Che in Evita. So both in very different ways, but both stories about the Latino culture. And my dad is from Mexico. My mom's dad is from Mexico, and she spent, half of her childhood in Mexico. So I've got family in Mexico, and that was never a secret. It was always a truth. We would go and visit my family in Mexico every other year for Christmas and all of that. But it really wasn't until I was surrounded by modern Latin American people, and Latin American, I mean Latinos, Latinx people who either were born or had grown up in or spent a lot of time in the United States. So I didn't really understand. It's not that I didn't understand my heritage, but I didn't know how to move through the world as a Latino, really, until I started being around those people and meeting them and working with them and living with them constantly. I for 30 years let people pronounce my name Eugenio, which is, not my name. My name is Eugenio, but it was easier and it didn't bother me and it wasn't something I thought about. And then, I started being with these people and I started realizing that my name is Eugenio. The sort of the turning point was actually a video that Uzumaka Aduba, from Orange is the New Black, and also a brilliant stage actress, she was giving a talk to a girls' school, I think it was, and she told them about when she was a little girl, maybe 7 or 8. She came home from school one day and she went up to her mom, and obviously she tells this much better, and I'm not going to do her mom's fantastic and beautiful Nigerian accent because that's not my place. But when she tells it, she does, and it's very funny in the way that she does it, and she's great. But anyway, so she came home from school one day and she told her mom, she said, "Mom, I think I'm gonna go by Zoe now." And her mom looked at her and said, "Why?" And Uzo said, "Well, because no one can pronounce Uzumaka." And her mom looked at her and said, "If they can learn to pronounce Tchaikovsky and Dostoevsky and Michelangelo, then they can learn to pronounce Uzumaka. You are not changing your name to Zoe." And I was sort of like, oh, fuck, well, if they can learn to pronounce Uzumaka, they can pronounce Eugenio too. So that's like a whole other like self-discovery journey in my 30s. I don't know. What am I saying? That I love who I am, and it's taken me a long time to get here, and I hope that all of you love yourselves in some way too. And look, I don't always love myself. God knows. My therapist certainly knows. But, the journey. Whereabouts in Mexico? My dad's family is mostly from the state of Michoacan, mostly from in and around Morelia, and my mom's family is mostly from El DF, from Mexico City. That's something I'm still working on at 40. It's tough. Look, it's tough, and the longer, in some regards, it was harder because I waited until I was 30 to like embrace and care about, the particulars of the fact that I am a Mexican American. I am, as far as my mom was born in New Orleans, and so whatever, but my dad was born in Mexico, and as far as my dad's side is concerned, I'm a first generation American. Like, but that was not a thing that I moved through the world ever really like acknowledging for a very long time. Yeah, that's how you introduced to me at Origins. Yeah, I'm sure it was. Yeah. Much love for you. Here is to the family we find. Look, I love my family very much. I'm very fortunate in that, and I understand that. And I love my biological family very much, but my God, what an amazing found family I have been blessed with. So thank you all. Cheers. Happy Friday. Now I'm getting maudlin. God, I feel this so much. I went by my middle name for the longest time just because I thought it was easier for real Americans to pronounce instead of Jorge. Absolutely. Yeah. And it wasn't, I have friends whose parents came from Mexico and who aggressively, didn't speak Spanish at home. We spoke a little Spanish at home, but who aggressively didn't speak Spanish at home, who aggressively either named their children very American names or strongly encouraged American pronunciations. And I get it, that's a whole other thing. Their generation came to the States and wanted to assimilate, didn't want to stand out, and didn't want, I get all of that. It's tough. But I have been, speaking of found family, my In the Heights families have been instrumental in helping me sort of understand what it means to move through the world as a Mexican American person, as a person of color, as a, whatever. So anyway, I just have the cursed last name. Yeah, well. But it makes for such an awesome company name. Leatherman Games, come on. Ooh, excuse me. What is this? Oh. All right. Yeah. All right. Well, it's coming up on 10:30 here. And actually, I've had so much fun tonight, and I'm actually really glad that we sort of came around to a little more serious, but still joyful topics. I honestly can't thank you all enough. I said this a couple of times already, but like, I truly was like, I don't feel like playing God of War. I'll do it just chatting. Nobody's going to show up. It'll last 45 minutes, and then I'll, it's fine. We'll watch TV for the rest of the night, whatever. This has been so fun. It's been 3 hours, and it has flown by. Thank you all. Thank you for those of you who are here every week. Thank you for those of you who just discovered the channel. Thank you for those of you who pop in and out when you can. I don't know what I would do if I didn't have, among others, this sort of Twitch community and this interface to hang out with people these days. So thank you. This has been a delightful evening. Yes, exactly, Dan. This has been a wonderful time, a delightful evening. Thank you all so much. Next week, as usual, Tuesday and Thursday afternoons, I'll do my Dragon Age games. This has been real fun, and Twitter's an absolute mess. Who knows how long it would have been before I found out. Yeah, I'm so glad you found me, Deej. Next Friday, I think I will keep an eye on the Twitters, which I'll put in here now. I think I'll let you all know midweek. We will either do another just chatting, or we might do a watch party of Back to the Future, because that does sound super fun. And I know I said we were going to do a poll and vote, but Back to the Future gives us 3 different, a trilogy of movies to play around with, and it sounds super fun. The only thing I'm hesitant is that in order to come into the channel for a watch party, you do have to be, I think, a US Prime subscriber, which like kind of sucks, because I know not everyone that comes and hangs out with me lives in the US, and I'm sure not everyone is a Prime subscriber. So that's the thing. That's the reason that I'm not just committing to it right now. So I'm a little hesitant because I don't want to exclude folks who don't fall into both of those categories, because that sucks. So we'll see. Anyway, keep an eye on Twitter, and I'll figure it out and let you all know let you all know what we decide. But anyway, Friday evening I'll be doing something next week. Tuesday and Thursday at 2 o'clock Eastern, Dragon Age 2, and all that good stuff. Is anybody on? Do any of us have friends that are streaming right now that we can go raid and just give them a little love before we crash for the night? Let's see. Who's up? Jasper's. Oh, yes, that's a great idea. They're doing. Yeah. Okay. Yes. That is a great idea, Carl. Thread Raiders. Let's make sure. Yeah. That's a great idea. Okay, so we're going to go over to Thread Raiders. Oh. Wait a minute. Why is it not giving me a preview? I want to make sure that they're still... No, it looks like they've gone offline. And I have more than once raided a channel that was no longer online, and I don't want to do that this time. Twitch.tv/Thread Raiders. They're coming up, so they must have just gone dark? No. Starting soon. Okay, so my dashboard is screwed up. No, oops. You're good, Carl. They are in fact live. Okay, great. So we're going to go over to Thread Raiders. They're doing a Jasper's Game Day game. If you are going to head over, that would be great. Just put some love in the chat. Jazzy Raid is our thing. If you are a subscriber or if you got a gift sub tonight when Graham came in and dropped a butt ton of gift subs. So if you have access to my channel's emotes, do DM Jazz Hype. Otherwise, whatever hype emotes you would like, give them my love over there. I'll pop in with y'all for just a few seconds and then I am going to have to get off here. But thank you. This has been delightful. I hope I see you all again very, very soon. I'll be back live with Dragon Age 2 next Tuesday afternoon. Oh, wait. Don't do my sign off yet because I have not prepped this raid. And then I'm going to sit here with egg on my face. Thread Raiders. Here we go. All right. Now I can start it. So everybody stay safe, stay healthy, wear a mask, and happy gaming, you all. Thank you so much for hanging out. Give my love to the Thread Raiders with Jazzy Raid, and have great weekends. See you all next week. Goodbye.